start roboting again and then close it
Okay.
again.
Yeah, I'm pausing it. So, all right, I'm pausing the video. So hopefully, maybe I can
Yeah.
just block the video, like with ad block.
You're gonna block my stream? See, what'll happen is you will block my stream with ad block, and then you, like, the next time I stream,
We'll
you'll
never
come to my
unblock.
stream, and you'll never understand why
Yeah.
it's blocked. You'll be like, the video's not loading. I don't know why. And I'll be sitting there on stream trying to tell you very futilely that, John, you blocked my stream.
Is there a way to just pop out the chat?
Yeah? That's
What
what
is
I
it?
do.
Well, that's what I'm trying to
Hit the
figure
little
out.
gear,
Uh-huh.
Oh well,
pop out chat.
now-
Pop out chat.
And then
damn.
I can just close Twitch.
Yep.
Well, that's much easier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh god, the pentai's still playing. There we
Oh,
go.
good. Good.
It was muted. I play.
It keeps going.
Guess what I'm drinking?
You're probably drinking ginger ale.
I'm drinking ginger ale.
Hello, dances with awoos.
Aw.
That is a cute name.
Wonder who that could be.
Death Grips is online. Oh shit!
You're just a shill for the ginger ale industrial complex.
At this point, that's fun. Like, I would be a-okay with us getting sponsored by ginger ale. Any kind of Canada Dry, preferably.
That's the one I'm
But
drinking.
the milk industrial complex actually is a thing.
Well, I know
And
that.
I have headphones, and so Anna can't hear. So Anna can't hear y'all. But that is true. Makes sense. Polly said that we should be sponsored by ginger ale, and I agree. Canada Dry is the one that I drink.
Yes, Canada Dry is a good shit. Drink more ginger ale. That's kind of the Sockscast motto, I think. It's just drink more ginger ale. I don't think we've ever had a more unified stance on one thing.
Sure.
Well, we really, really love Your Name. Really, really love
Undertale.
Undertale. I should have started with Undertale and then said Your Name.
Everybody
Really,
loves,
really love Neptunia.
really, really
Yeah.
love Final Fantasy 15.
Oh boy.
That one's one I got to give another shot though. Somebody gave me,
Oh.
like I said, maybe try wait mode.
Oh, I never tried that, but yeah, that is a good suggestion.
Like that game, when a game makes you literally ill,
Yeah.
and then John Thayer's like, I don't give a fuck.
I couldn't believe that because I woke up at 4 a.m. and I looked at Twitter and then I saw you bitching about guess I quit video games. I felt so bad, and then when I got up, John is just like, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, your issues with cameras and games. That's why I'm like, Gravity Rush 2. I don't know.
Dances with Awoos. I bet we could get John Thayer to be on that to die on that hill. If anybody's gonna die on that hill, I bet John Thayer would.
Well, someone just link me a real good reading that uses lots of big words and is like, actually,
Yeah.
this is a beautiful statement about. I don't know what it could be about.
Well, there's a lot of fog, so like the industrial complex of some sort.
Are there two versions of that game?
No, not that I
Superman
know of.
and 64.
Because one time I saw it being speedrun. It's like, oh, there is an actual game here, but no one can seem to actually get to it because of the rings at the start. It's weird.
I think there's a couple other kinds of levels, but the rings are the rings keep coming back.
Yeah,
It's
something.
it's a video game. So, apparently, or allegedly.
It can be speedrun. So
It can, yeah. The game is so badly optimized; it actually has a resize window in the
That's
options.
amazing.
And that's how people speedrun certain stages faster, is they have to go in and turn the screen size down to make the frame rate higher.
Is it granular? You can just keep making it smaller or something?
I think you can get it to about the size of a postage stamp.
Oh my god, that's amazing. So the ideal Superman 64 speedrun would just be like 99% black screen.
Oh shit! It's LRock617. Holy shit! Yeah, we do these every now and again. We started doing them live now, because they're way more professional this way. We find out.
Oh yeah. that means the number of viewers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just oozing professionalism.
And charisma.
And
Yep, it's just sloshing all about.
Among other bodily fluids.
it's like sticking your hand in a bowl of macaroni.
Ugh.
There we go.
Well, you should be on our live podcast
Wait a
sometime,
minute.
L-Rock. L-Rock would be a fun get for our podcast, just saying. If y'all aren't following LRock617 in the chat right now, you need to be, because he's one of the most entertaining motherfuckers I follow. Super cool speed pal.
Big ass.
Oh shit, and we got biddies rolling in. Thank you
Oh, yeah.
for the 5 biddies, Garden of the Dead. Yeah, we're just kind of like getting things set up, waiting for people to come in, making sure everybody thinks that we sound beautiful. I'm probably just going to keep all of this.
Do I sound good?
No, John, you never sound good.
Friends, do I sound good?
There's a toad thinking emoji.
Yeah, it's from Toad.
But it's funny because Sayara always drives me as Toad in the art.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
So what's the one
Polythink.
think? I don't see it.
You got it, though. You got it. Capital P, capital T.
Do you need the...
You need Frank or Phase Z.
That's no fun.
Taylor says we're all sounding great, and I'm especially sounding great, like always.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn my mic on.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't realize that I had my compressor on last episode really fucking hard. And man, it sounded terrible.
Aww.
I listened back. I didn't notice that much.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That's because you gotta have smart, like, audio ears like mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just don't listen back to them. That way I don't have to worry.
I want to make a bet right now that Taylor gave me them 5 biddies because she really wanted that badge. She's very competitive.
Bits leader number 1. Oh, it's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is Bits leader.
I don't have a badge.
No, you don't.
I don't have any badge.
I have like a bunch.
I didn't even make John a moderator.
Okay.
Oh, am I not subscribed anymore? Do I have to resubscribe?
Oh, you might have.
Well.
Well. Way to show your support, Rhett. Nice. It's always nice you support your friends. Just kidding. All right, so if we're sounding good, there's really no reason for us to bullshit anymore. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 76 of the Sockscast, sponsored by Ginger Ale. All the ginger ale. We want it. We want to be sponsored by ginger ale.
Please sub. We need money.
No, don't. You can't say that on Twitch, Rhett. You can't. You can't equate things to money. Don't worry. We'll edit that out. So this is the podcast where we do the thing and talk about things that we did. That's usually how these things go, right?
Wait, what did I do?
Yep.
We'll find out very soon, I'm sure. To my immediate virtual right, he has never been constipated in his entire life. It's Rhett!
Hi.
You say that, like, when I said that, you laughed. Why did you laugh? Like,
It's
because
very
you're
true.
Because you're constipated on a daily basis?
No, that's
because
John.
you laughed it off. No, you laughed it off. Like it
Rhett,
was.
I don't get constipated. I have sort of the opposite. Exactly opposite of the correct there.
Rhett's got shotgun butt. No, John's got shotgun butt.
But I'm
Thank you.
I'm very regular.
But yeah, like when I said that you never got constipated, you laughed. It's kind of like,
I laughed
yeah, I wish.
If only.
How's it going, Rhett?
Good.
Ready for a goddamn podcast?
Yeah, this is the anime episode. None of us played any video games, it
Oh
turns out.
shit! There go all the viewers.
Like Sayara, we're back from Japan.
Boom. If only Sayara hadn't been back for 2 weeks already. To my immediate virtual left, winner of the world's most infectious and endearing laugh of 2017 award, it's John Thayer.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi. How are y'all doing?
it's finally in. You won.
Yeah. Yay. I'm glad.
Good job.
I think I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm working on that high. I'm trying to build a brand here.
yeah. That high, like, I think if you go back and listen to the episodes previous, I'm gonna say you've done better.
Okay.
Like, that's not a good start for this cycle. That's like that's like
I think this
baseball.
episode's pretty much just already down the toilet.
It's like baseball. If you lose your first like 9 games, like, why bother?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not true. They play 162 games in
Now Red has
baseball.
another badge.
And now Red's got another badge.
Ugh.
And
There we go.
He has resubscribed for 9 months in a row. Rhett, congratulations! You just had a baby!
Woo! You're my baby.
Ooh. Listen to this smooth talker over here.
I'm your daddy.
Whoa. I don't know. I don't get into that daddy stuff.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah, I find that a little weird, if I'm being honest.
Extremely weird and extremely common, it seems.
Yeah.
But we're not judging anybody.
I'm not judging. Except when I am, when we're not broadcasting on a platform. So, Rhett.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
What have you been up to? Like, what have you been up to? You know, you've done 800 of these. You know how this goes.
I like to make you say it.
I say your name, and then
say my
name. Yeah. You know what? Before we do that, though, before we talk about whatever dumb thing that you're going to talk about we have something very big that I think we should take a moment to plug.
Oh, yes.
And it is our dear friend Shaori's hot new Patreon that you need to go to right now. It's right there on the screen if you're watching the video archive or you're watching with us live right now. Is patreon.com/avictimofstarsgames. Developing a hot new game there. And we want to get as much support behind this thing as possible because we like making friends' dreams come true, and like visual novels are cool, especially ones that involve girl love.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, helping people make cool gay VNs is, like, extremely high tier, very good thing. So, makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's your raison d'etre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Speaking, also that the gay shmup that I plugged last week got successfully funded.
That's its name too. Super the Gay Shmup. Which is it's a great and catchy title for any game ever, really.
Imperishable Memories.
I think it should be Imperishable Memories : Super the Gay Shmup now.
Yep, that makes sense.
I would love to see that happen. But okay. But yes, please consider hopping over there. At least, giving some word of mouth. I think that, like, if you look at the art that they're going to be rolling with, the art style, it looks impeccable. So definitely, like, get over there and check that out. And if that's your bag, throw a few bucks behind it, because making others' dreams come true is pretty fun and a reward in and of itself, I think.
Hi, Rainiac. And Pancho.
Oh shit! Rainiac's here. He's not going to get the dreaded butt pimple.
Yep. Life is good.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, if you weren't here live, and you woke up with a butt pimple, I'm sorry. Them's the breaks. I don't make the rule. Well, I kind of do, but that's really beside the point. But if you weren't here, butt pimple ahoy! Sorry.
Oh, jeez. I hate those.
Yeah. They're the worst. I say, as a person who has a perfectly unblemished ass.
Of course.
I mean, mine as well.
I don't know how you would have a perfectly unblemished ass with, like, the shotgun poops you take.
Well, that's sort of the asshole of sorts. Is that
Oh my
that
god. Oh my god.
it's a sort of a different deal. It's a separate part of the equation. It's like my hair can be like gorgeous, but my brain is fucked up, is bad. Like it's a similar deal.
It's like gray gooey stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
I heard if you eat brains, it gives you like a bad disease or something. I need to research that. Not just to know.
why would you? You
Just
know
to
what?
know.
We probably
just-
don't want to know at this point.
Just like so that if I'm watching Hannibal or some shit, I can know like, oh, that's not actually a good idea.
Don't eat that brain, Hannibal
Don't
Lecter.
eat that brain.
Oh no, Hannibal Lecter, you silly goose! You ate the brain. When will that kid ever learn? That
It's not a good movie.
adorable little scamp. Rhett,
Hi.
tell us some things you've been up to. I don't know.
Are we doing the formula of like a couple small?
You got a
things
couple
and
of
a big
things.
thing?
I have a whole bunch of small things this week
All right.
because video games just not grabbing me right now.
Fuck
Poly-
video games. Throw them in the
Poly-
trash.
We'll get to that.
I'm all
Probably
about
will know-
that. I support this.
So I've been watching a lot of anime and a lot of movies.
Oh no.
Just to quickly wrap up some things, I finished Yuru Camp, the cute camping girl anime show.
Why is there a
That's-
Blanky monster, and why is it the best thing ever?
It's very
What is the
cute.
context behind Blanky monster?
That they're fucking cold because they're camping at like Christmas time. It's in the middle of the winter and they're outside
Why the fuck would you camp at Christmas time?
because the camps
My
are empty
parents-
then.
My parents do that.
Man, camping
My
is
family did that.
stupid.
That's the weird thing
miss
about
it.
this show is that they're like, man, it's so cold. All this shit is so expensive, and like it doesn't immediately like glorify camping, even though it's kind of the whole point of the show. But then there's always like the money shot of like them getting up at 5 a.m. and watching the sunrise over Mount Fuji, and they're like, oh, it was all worth it.
Rhett, don't use the words money shot in an anime about little underage girls, please. Please don't do that ever
It's a
again.
cinematography term.
Is it?
A certain kind of cinematography,
Do you
perhaps.
watch every frame of painting, and then he's like, and here's the money shot in Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo.
Hitchcock money shot. Boom.
This is Hitchcock's money shot.
Boom.
So that show somehow is better than it has any right to be, basically, because it's a very standard like, hey, here's 5 girls doing a thing, and then we're basing the entire show on that.
I just
Okay.
think Blanky monster is the best.
The thing being camping.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm continuing to watch The Ancient Magus's Bride,
Mm-hmm.
And it's magical and perfect.
and it's magical and perfect.
Yay.
And if it is, it's really slow sometimes. Like, I've heard that's people's main complaint is that it's a very, very faithful, like, panel-by-panel adaptation of the manga.
Mm.
Gotcha.
But, like, also, that show is so goddamn shoujo and, like, continues to get even more shoujo as it goes.
Mm.
Where,
I mean,
like,
that seems to be like the main appeal was the heart being sent to flutter.
basically, like, this show is about feelings and emotions and, like, these two characters kind of growing together and learning about each other and also not always fully trusting each other. Like, it's a lot of introspective stuff.
To be honest, if somebody bought me at an auction, I wouldn't trust them either. Just saying.
Yeah. They're kind of, like, partway through, they're revealing, like, the characters, what they were actually thinking at the time is, like, this is messed up. Like, things aren't as immediately on the surface as they were shown. But, like, it kind of builds subtly to a mid-season climax that is sublime.
Yay! Oh, I'm
And-
so glad. I watched up to like episode 7 or so, but then ran out of episodes. So I'm really is it over now?
Yeah, it should be.
All right, I'm gonna finish that show. It's really good.
And then, just to rub it in your face, there's a second opening, which I disagree with.
Oh, the first opening was so good too.
The first one's so good, and the second one is so not good.
It always happens.
No.
That's every time. Durarara all over again.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of shows all
Remember,
over.
because that has like 5 openings now or something stupid with all the
Yeah.
seasons.
And like
Yeah, but,
Durarara's
like,
original opening is bad. It tried to copy the whole thing that
It's
Bakano
true.
did, and it's just
Oh.
mediocre.
But then, like, every season of the second season, like, there's 3 second seasons basically.
Good lord.
They each keep doing that same thing of like showing all the characters, like having the camera fly around. And it's just like, man, you're doing the same gimmick like 4 or 5 times now, and it's just.
Remember when Soul Eater did it, and it looked real fucking cool?
Oh, yeah, and then Soul Eater had a second opening too.
Oh god, right.
Even though that's the one show I do also like the second opening. But anyways,
Sorry. The Durarara opening 1 is mediocre?
Yeah, it's mediocre.
Best fucking anime opening. It's so good.
Sorry.
Somebody has not seen Bakano's and seen how it is much better put together.
yeah,
All right. Well, Bakano's is real good, but like it was cool because I listened to Queens of the Stone Age, and then they did that. They did the drums at the beginning of the Songs for the Deaf album, and I was like, it's the Durarara drums, and it made me happy.
That's a pretty common little drum beat there.
yeah.
Look at me, I'm Polly. I'm.
I invented drums!
She's a drum. She invented drums.
I invented
Wow.
drums.
I was gonna
It's
say
the
you're a
Durarara
drummer.
drums. I want to. It made me want
Yeah,
to
Polly
make a
named it
song
that.
and like Vasca Coil and rip off the Durarara drums.
I mean, she named them the Durarara drums like
Mhm.
15 years before the show. Like,
Yeah.
it's all ripped off.
Like,
It's any drum
This
thing
is
that goes.
all. This is all on Wikipedia, okay?
That's Durarara drums.
Yeah.
This is all on
Here, I'll
Wikipedia.
just Google Durarara drums, Polly, and that should do it.
She invented them. Of course she knows.
Holy shit, that's what it says. Actually, they came up with a drum cover of Nirvana's Polly.
See? Perfect. Oh, you can't write this shit.
Woo.
Woo.
All right.
And finishing up Anime Corner,
Yeah.
I skipped ahead a bit and watched like the last 4 episodes of Dragon Ball Super.
Did that show end? Is it
So
over?
yeah, that's why I was like, okay, let's see.
Shit.
I just skipped straight to the last fight. I'm like, okay, Goku versus Jiren, let's go. And yeah, that show gets fucking ridiculous.
Goku
Cool.
versus
Versus
urine.
who?
What?
Goku versus
Who?
urine.
Jiren. With a J.
Jiren.
I thought you said urine.
Okay, whatever. The most important part is that it practically just becomes like Gurren Lagann without the robots, where it's just these guys in outer space just fucking just escalation to insane levels, and then further and further and further. They're like, oh, Saiyans just have no limits at this point. Like, it just gets so stupid.
I see what you're saying.
Excellent.
It's
Durarara
like,
finale is very good. So
yeah, but this
makes
isn't space,
sense.
and they're flying around and shooting lasers. And then, like, the second to last episode, you think it's over, and then they do, like, a really good cliffhanger. They're like, nope, not over. Like, episode 130 is, like, actually genuinely good. Like, great use of, like, insert songs to, like, for a couple minutes of just pure action. Like, with as janky as the animation in that show was at the very start, you can tell they put a lot of money into these last few episodes to actually make it look good. So I'm very content with skipping the first 128 or whatever episodes and just watching the ending.
There is nothing worth watching
Yeah.
100 plus any episodes. Anything.
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 Rama 1/2.
No.
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 No, definitely not.
Inuyasha.
No.
I remember when Inuyasha debuted on Toonami, and I didn't know what it was, so I just started watching it. And then the jewel explodes, and you're like, oh no. Is this your, like, drag it out for 100 episodes plot twist? And then it was.
Oh.
I see a recommendation for X-Files. I've heard various things there as
Yu
well.
Hakusho is under. Yu Yu Hakusho is into 130 episodes. I think it's under that.
Gintama
It's
is at
one of the
like
one-
Gintama is at like 300 plus.
Cool.
Yeah, like Tama is just like, oh, I can never jump into this now.
Who's
because
gonna watch this garbage?
Yeah. I don't watch Yu Yu Hakusho though. That seems cool.
Mm.
Maybe. Just try it out.
So I also
SMD?
What?
I just said house empty. No.
No.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Actually, how many episodes is Breaking Bad? I think we'd make an
Much
exception.
less.
It's only 5 seasons.
Yeah.
13 eps max.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like that's
But if you divide it by 2, because compared to anime, they're twice as long.
I would still watch 100 episodes of Breaking
I would
Bad
still.
probably.
I'm saying that one is like
Oh.
the exception.
I actually have one. I actually have one answer, a correct answer. Buffy. I just googled. It's 144.
It's got some noticeable slumps that
Yeah,
I
of
would
course, but
not
it's
recommend.
It's good though. As a whole, I think it holds together quite nicely. Even if it has its big slumps, yeah.
So I watched some stuff that isn't 100 episodes long as well.
Oh,
All right.
I watched a couple movies.
Oh shit.
What are those?
So I was like,
Sounds
let's
dumb.
get something done in 2 hours.
Oh.
So I rewatched Mad Max Fury Road
Mm-hmm.
and just fucking cranked the volume like as loud as I could reasonably get away with.
You need to come over and watch that on my 62-inch with surround sound.
I think I cum my pants.
Don't worry, I got you, boo. I'll take care of you.
That movie, like, I remember liking it in theaters and then watching it again. I'm like, yeah, this movie, like, fucking rules so hard. Just how,
I
like,
danced out of that theater.
yeah.
Oh.
See, my reaction to the cinema was like, I wish they'd played it louder. So when I'm watching it at home, I'm like, okay, I'm going to play it louder this time.
Yes.
Just, like, I hooked up the subwoofer on my computer and I'm like, okay, do it.
Hooked up the subwoofer, sat on it, and said, do me.
Pretty much. It was very close to me. I'm like, boom, 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 shaking, like, bouncing around like the cars. God, that last action scene, it's like a half an hour of shit blowing up. It's so good.
And you care so much.
Yeah, and, like, because, like, it's interesting because, like, the first action scene is the biggest, and then each one kind of gets a little smaller in scale as they develop the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one goes full tilt again. And it's just like a half an hour, but you care about the characters now, so it's great. And I couldn't help but think, man, the villain, Emoton Joe, whatever his name is, really kind of reminds me more of Trump than I realized in first viewing. Like the whole pasty white skin mask. I'm like, oh my god, wow.
Yeah. It's pretty rough. And accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, next movie I watched was something I've wanted to, or said I should watch for like 5 years or something. It's technically an anime, kind of, but it aired in, debuted in America. It's Transformers 1986.
Yo, the original Transformers movie.
Yes. The only Transformers movies, I'm led to believe.
I would, yes.
Hey, Rhett.
Yeah.
Do you have the touch?
Oh, okay, so that's like was going to be the main brunt of my discussion about this movie. So, a while ago I was reading a forum and somebody said they watched the movie Scarface and they got to the point where it does a montage and it plays Push It to the Limit.
Yeah.
Because they had never seen Scarface before, but they've seen stuff influenced by it over like the past 30 years.
Yeah.
That it fits like parody now.
Mm-hmm.
That was my reaction to Transformers. When
Wait, this is that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. I had no idea. I got totally blindsided. They're building up to the big Optimus Prime versus Megatron fight, and it's just... Oh, wait. That's right.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one, yeah.
You got your eyes on me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got the power! I'm like, this is so cheesy. And then I looked it up afterwards. That song was written for this movie.
Yeah, it was written specifically for the movie, and like I think like the 2011 Shadow Warrior game used it as an opening.
Yeah, so Shadow Warrior uses it as an opening, and then Saints Row 4 uses it as like the last dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to play that.
It's literally the climax of Saints Row 4, where
Jeez.
you're like in a robot suit pummeling into the alien mothership, and the objective just says "Be awesome," and that song starts playing. It's amazing.
Oh God, Saints Row.
And now that I think about that, that's very clearly a what's his
Bit
name?
of a send up, yeah.
A bit of a send up to this movie where it's a huge fucking spaceship or transformer the size of a planet.
Yeah, Unicron.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Boy, when he transformed, I was not actually expecting that. I'm like, man, this is fucking nuts.
And the detail of animation as that is happening is fucking incredible.
That's why, like, 2 minutes into this movie, like when they do the first like pan by him, and I'm like, this is like insane looking. So I looked it up. I'm like, oh, toy animation. Like, of course, it's from Japan.
Cool.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Like, yeah, that movie's pretty good, but it's also nuts how like they kill so many characters up front.
Yep. And they tried to replace them in the TV series, and nobody liked it. So, like 10 episodes into the next season, everybody was brought back. And nobody, and like RC, like the female Transformer, never heard from again, other than that movie.
That sucks. It was a little weird that there's just literally one girl.
Literally one.
But at least you didn't eat it like everybody else.
It's the same with Beast Wars as well. I think Black Arachnia is the only character in Beast Wars that is a female.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's so weird though, like, because this is kind of most of my transfer. This is the only time I've watched the anime. Like, I've only known the 2 games I've played.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they feel like they're made of paper at the start of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Where like Megatron just busts into this supply vessel, just guns everybody down. One of them's like begging for his life, and he just like shoots him in the head.
Yeah, like this movie was surprisingly fucking dark for a children's movie, and like in the original cut, like there was cursing, and they cut that out in later releases.
Oh, really?
Though.
I might have been watching the original because they did say shit once.
Okay.
That's what I heard was that they left in the one shit, and then it was like,
yeah, it's weird gasping at a single swear when everybody just got fucking blown to bits.
Yeah.
Because then there's that huge war on Earth, and it's just like, man, bodies are hitting the floor here. But then that song starts playing, it's just like, what is this? Is the most 80s movie I've ever seen. Especially when it's like a combination of 80s anime and like American music of that era.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird juxtaposition.
I fucking love that movie.
Cool.
cool.
It's so insane.
What do you think of it?
I liked it. Like, I think the whole like planet stuff towards the end, like when they're like, "Oh, we're on the planet of water and like sharks and stuff." I thought it started to kind of get a little goofy.
Gets a little silly.
Yeah,
and like the Weird Al song.
I didn't. Yeah, I saw that in the credits. I was like, "What? Weird Al was in this?" I didn't even. Yeah, there's some weird stuff in there, but then the Unicron stuff at the end pulls it together.
Yeah.
Even though, like, narratively, like, it's so weird that the Decepticons just disappear like a third through. Because
other than Galvatron kind of doing his thing.
Because he becomes his own entity and like gets his own army, and the others like Starscream and all them and Soundwave, they're just like, oh, peace, bye.
Yeah.
They like never come back. But that's a minor complaint.
That Starscream gets his shit fucked so hard.
Oh right, I forget the line, but Galvatron had a great line there where he's like, anybody else?
Yes, it's so good. God. It's so good.
So it was kind of weird that kind of never got followed up on at all.
I think Orson Welles voiced Unicron.
And I was about to say, yeah, he did.
So the greatest thing about this is because it was animated in Japan, if you go on my anime list, it's there. And then if you go to voice actors, there's pages for Patrick Stewart and Orson Welles.
Yep.
I think that was Orson Welles' last role.
Yes.
I think he died after that.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's that's incredible. Mm-hmm. Such a good movie. I want to go back and rewatch that now. That's a damn good rewatch.
It was pretty cool seeing like the original material after playing like one of the Activision games and that Platinum game. Especially the Platinum game where like it was staying so true to those 80s designs.
Yes.
So when like Devastator shows up, I'm like, oh, I know him from the game, and like the Dinobots, all those stupid side characters.
Yeah, a lot of those Platinum licensed games, most of them are garbage or just mediocre, like the Korra game. But
Yeah.
that Transformers game is dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's the best of them by far. Like, I played the core game, was like, whatever. The Transformers game is like, oh, this one's good. And then, so people thought they'd get better, and then Ninja Turtles came out, and apparently it was the worst one yet.
Oh, God.
I don't even think they sell it anymore. Like, they let all that shit expire, sadly.
It's done, unfortunately.
And then I watched one more movie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and here comes the arguments. I watched A Silent Voice.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Don't mind me. I'm just booking a plane ticket.
Oh, jeez. One thing in this movie made me laugh is in the movie itself, when it says the title, it goes The Shape of Voice,
Mm-hmm. which
which I just thought was funny because The Shape of Water and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I like this movie, even though
Okay.
I did have some issues with it. But my initial reaction after finishing it was, because everyone seems to compare them, I thought, I liked Your Name better. This is where Polly books her ticket to come beat my ass.
Your Name is so bad. That movie is junk.
Why?
It doesn't fucking mean anything. What is it trying to tell me?
It's a romance.
In 2 fucking hours, this movie wanted to get a point across about understanding people, understanding their situations, or or the very unique idea of what body swapping with somebody would be. The complications of that. Complications deeper than, oh man, I've got to feel up my tits now that I'm a girl. Because we needed that. But what is it at the end of that movie? I don't know what it's trying to tell me about it, because none of those characters actually do anything where they have to adapt to that person's situation or anything that's going on in their lives. They don't do anything worth a damn. Whereas
they saved the day.
Whereas with A Silent Voice, it is literally about overstepping the boundaries that can sometimes make communicating with others and understanding others difficult. It is about overstepping those with more than just this bullshit fucking Makoto Shinkai magic where he only knows how to write one story bullshit of, 2 lovers who can't be together because of some weird thing. You could literally get manatees to write the fucking plot synopsis of his movies. Except the one that where he thought that he was Hayao Miyazaki, and then that movie was just embarrassing.
Which one was that?
That was the movie prior to this one, I believe. But it's animated. It's animated like a Studio Ghibli movie and everything.
Oh,
like
no.
It is such a downright ripoff. It's just like, holy shit! You really do have no other ideas other than 2 lovers who can't be together because of some weird circumstance.
The Garden of Words.
Garden of Words, yes.
Yeah, I just remember seeing that, thinking, "Oh, it's a Ghibli." Oh, wait a minute.
It's
all right.
not.
So I read all your thoughts, and then chatted with Anna for like a half hour because I was kind of trying to figure out where, because I had a very strong like visceral reaction to Your Name. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to parse like where that reaction came from, and I think what it was for me was that the body swapping wasn't really the point of the movie.
No, that's not what I thought the point of the movie was.
Yeah, because the body swapping stops halfway through.
Yeah.
For me, and Anna, talking with Anna, it was like the body swapping was like this big magical thing that happened in their childhood, and this kind of romance that happened a long time ago. But then as they're growing up, that like they really, really struggle to hold on to that, and it just kind of is falling through their fingertips. And so that's sort of the struggle, is like, can they save the day from the meteor or whatever? But really, it's, can they like hold on to that something magical and precious from a long time ago.
Okay.
Moving forward in their lives.
And I understand liking that. I think
Okay.
that's totally fine. I like 5 centimeters per second.
Mm-hmm.
5 centimeters per second is that movie done 100 times better, and it only needed 50 minutes to do it.
That's fair.
And, again, this is the only kind of story Makoto Shinkai knows how to write.
Yeah.
This is
I'll give you
literally
That's true.
all of his
I
movies.
I haven't seen any of his movies besides 5 centimeters per second, which I saw like 8 years ago, so I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, like Voices from a Distant Star. They can't be together and have to, because the girlfriend, for some reason, in her teenage years, was shipped 1,000 light years away. So they text each other. Fucking what? And so that's the thing, is that he's getting older and she's far away, and he can, and like the messages, you know, like he gets the messages further and further and further apart over the course of his lifetime, and he never.
Oh man!
And it's just like, okay, okay. And then there's The Place Promised in Our Early Days. The girl's in a coma. Spend 2 hours making us feel bad that the girl's in a coma. But if he flies close to a tower in an airplane, she'll wake up and love him.
Jeez.
So I agree. I totally agree with you that all these movies are the same, and I think for me the worst part of Your Name was the last 20 minutes where it became a Shinkai movie.
Oh man, I was like sobbing. I was so invested at that point. I heard another person say like, "Oh, they squeezed." Shinkai took the story that he tells all the time and then just squeezed it into like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it basically.
And put it at the end of a Freaky Friday movie.
That's what I liked about it, is that
Yeah.
it was a good movie for like the first hour and a half, and then it became a Shinkai movie at the very end. But because it was relatively abrupt, or condensed, I guess is the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you like Your Name more than Koi no Katachi?
It's gonna seem like I didn't like this one when I did, but I just felt a little distant from this one because the main character is such a shit in the past.
Yeah, that's the point.
But he's such a shit. I think they went too far.
I think
You
were trying to project yourself into a story that wasn't meant for you to project yourself into. Because then
I can't understand him, basically, is what I'm saying. Because so this movie is about him being a sixth grader, and then a deaf girl comes into his class, and he bullies her because he's a horrible person.
But everybody in the class does.
Yeah.
And then
he ends up catching shit for it. But like the last scene in the flash, in kind of the 6th grade stuff, is him like beating the shit out of her, like physically attacking her. It's fucking rough.
Yeah, it is rough shit.
But like, I just think he passed a line where there's no coming back from. Basically, when he tries to apologize to her, you know, several years later, I'd be like, I don't ever want to fucking see you again. Like, why are you trying to be friends with this girl that you were so awful to?
Well, the movie tells you why he's trying to. It's like that's kind of the movie's through line, is that the reason he's doing what he's doing is for a very serious reason.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that goes away, he still seems to keep clinging to her.
Well, I mean...
You know why I liked Your Name better? Because Your Name is more accessible entertainment. Like, it's much more straightforward. This movie
is very happy.
Yeah. This movie's way darker and, like...
This movie kind of wallows in a lot of grief and a lot of self-loathing. Because both characters are... Yeah. They loathe themselves quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, like they say, like, you're just trying to be friends with her to make you feel better yourself. Like, you don't actually give a shit about her.
And I feel that he comes around to that realization. And
yeah.
I feel that his efforts from that moment, once he has realized what he has done, I feel it's genuine from that point. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a much more subdued movie, I guess. compared to your.
It's just like when you look at like, okay, this kid's going back through things that he did in 6th grade, and the not just because he like he's caused undue stress to his mom, and like the project that he is now embarking on to try and fix all of this. Like you look at like it's covering a very large chunk of time, and I think that that's sort of both movies here is in that I feel they're both covering a large chunk of time, and I feel that they're both trying to say something, and I think that Your Name, whatever it's trying to say, did not reach me because I did not fucking feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I got all the feels.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
So
I feel
basically,
we all
what
basically
we're
get where we're coming from.
what we're saying though is that Your Name sucks.
I feel like that's basically the consensus.
I feel
Poncho
that
says make your own Makoto Shinkai movie.
Well, yeah, like I thought about doing that. Yeah, like after I finished watching Your Name, I thought about putting together a quick HTML JavaScript thing of where you would just refresh, and it's just like a boy and a girl cannot be together because of.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, a boy and a girl cannot be together because of John Thayer tweeting.
So Shinkai Ba on Twitter.
Yes. Oh my God,
All right.
Byron, get a hold of me, please.
Okay, one thing I think a Silent Voice could have used a little more time on the character's turnaround, like the jump from, horrible 6th grader to embarking on a journey, older kid.
Yes, there's a bit of pacing issues.
There's a huge jump there where it's like he just kind of comes off as like so forgiveful and like I don't know, he just kind of seemed perfect and like willing to please everybody at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
if you were a shithead, what would your reaction to that be?
I don't know.
If you've done something real shitty.
That's the thing. It's like you never kind of see that moment of like, man, maybe I should stop being such a fucking awful person.
Well, I think it's more like, kind of like with most anime, is that things kind of just get implied through a scene or through the way, like, there's a lot of implication you can get through the way scenes are constructed, colors used, the way characters are composited or shot. Like, I think that there's a lot of things that can be inferred, and, like, I don't know. I think it's way better anyway, so whatever. Nobody likes it.
Okay.
It's stupid.
I like Freaky Friday. That's a fun movie. I haven't seen the original, just the remake.
Oh, the animated remake?
No, the remake with remake with Kirk Anna. Can you tell me that one?
I didn't know
Lindsay
there was.
Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's it. I like that one.
I like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep, she's pretty fabulous. I only know her from Freaky Friday though.
Oh my God.
This hurts. It hurts.
That one.
It hurts being on a podcast with John Thayer sometimes. Y'all don't know the pain we go through for y'all to be able to enjoy these.
Oh, Halloween. Yeah, she was really good in that.
Yeah.
I had to Google that. Mostly know her from Freaky Friday, but Halloween's good too.
And Activia commercials, as Boner points out.
Can I say a couple more things about A Silent Voice?
Go ahead.
The little sister character was real great. I liked her.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, she just really kind of carried every scene she's in.
Yeah, like she kind of stole the scene a lot of the time.
Yeah. And the one girl with like long black hair, Ueno, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck her. Oh my God.
Worst girl ever.
Worst ever.
Fucking shit.
She's just there to be like, no, sometimes you just can't forgive people because they are just awful.
Yeah. See? There's that part. There's your dose of reality. Some people are fucking irredeemable.
Seriously, she was the worst.
Oh God.
So did you read
was in a Ghibli movie.
God.
That's funny.
Did I
Sorry.
what?
Did you read the manga of A Silent Voice?
No, but I'm going to.
You read, yeah. Because
Well,
was
mangas
curious.
are always better. So the original manga is always better. So that makes sense.
Well, because it was originally a one-shot,
Yeah.
which was like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then they expanded it to 8 volumes.
Yeah, there's like some characters in the movie and some extra character development that happens. I know, so yeah, definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, so then they compressed 8 volumes down to 2 hours. It's like, oh, okay, gonna have to cut some stuff here.
And it's still a well-directed movie, despite the
Yeah.
cuts that they had to make, because I still understood it.
Yeah. But none of us are familiar with the original.
No, not the source material.
Super long version.
Cool.
And that's about what I've been up to. I didn't really play any video games. I played a Hat in Time mods a bunch. And that's
Super fucking Mario butt shine mod. Why would anybody first of all, why would anybody like Super Mario Sunshine? 2, why would you put it in a game that's kind of better?
to make it better. So that mod was funny though, because you go to a bunch of subworlds that are just original content and it's actually pretty decent, and then you keep going back to the hub that's Delfino.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Because most of the mods I've played so far were kind of crap, and then I've been finally finding some decent ones. The thing I was going to mention is someone made this mod called Chapter 5.5, which is like an unofficial sequel to the main game.
Oh boy.
It'll take you several hours to complete. And then it totally did, because it's fucking enormously huge.
Oh.
So, like, gameplay-wise, it's really good, but maybe a bit too hard. Like, they're really, like, pushing that game as far as it can go, and, like, there's a lot of, like, you have to make these jumps freaking perfectly.
Mm.
But then the story is the worst,
Oh, no.
edgiest,
no.
where it's like, oh, actually, Hat Kid is in this virtual simulation. This whole thing is a dream. So you wake up and you're in a spaceship and there's like test tubes and clones and stuff. And like the villain is an older version of Hat Girl named Adira, and Hat Girl's actually Madeline. And then like it's just
Oh my god, this sounds terrible.
But like the platform is fun, so whatever. But like yeah, the story was like
It's like the fucking try hard story.
Yeah, such a weird like. I don't know how the developers of the game could ever really get behind that as a thing, because it takes the story in such a cliched and also dumb way.
Oh. Yeah,
because then there's like a desk of like shadowy characters discussing what's going on, like this evil scientist. Like, and then they almost do something funny at the end where you get to the final boss, or not final boss, but you get to the villain. And then she goes, actually, I'm and it cuts, and then it goes to Hat Kid playing a video game in the main hub.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And she's just like, oh, guess the game froze. Oh, well, gotta go to bed. And you're like, oh, so the whole thing was just a joke.
Ha ha ha!
So you're like, oh, yeah, like the whole thing was a joke, and like they were kind of... I thought they were making fun of how bad their own story was with the edge and stuff, but then it fades to black. No. It goes back to the villain, and they're like, see, she's back in the simulation. She thinks this was all a dream.
Oh, God, why did you... Oh, God. It's like explaining your own dumb ending.
Yeah, I was like,
God.
Boy, that's just a fart of an ending right there. Holy crap.
So bad.
So funny.
But, like, as a mod, it was, like, so damn impressive, like, how vast the scope was. Like, they must have been working on this thing since they added mod support, like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And especially when, like, every other mod is like, here's a map. Nothing to do, but here's a map, For this one to be, like, practically, like, half as long as the main game itself. And probably, like, more individual areas. Like, it's excessively long, basically.
Yeah.
Where, like, you'll be platforming for, like, 20, 25 minutes between these story sections, so they don't get in the way that much.
Gotcha.
So if you really like platforming...
Yo, we found you a platform game.
Yeah. And then I started 999 and didn't immediately grab me, because I'm just kind of not into video games right now.
Mm.
That's fair.
And you hate puzzles.
It's not VLR without puzzles, or Zero Escape without puzzles.
You hate puzzles, though.
I mean, I have friends who just pull up guides for all the puzzle rooms.
Yeah, which is totally valid.
Yep.
I got stuck I did get stuck on the first one because I didn't realize the thing was something you could click. So I'm like spinning around in the first room for like 5 minutes, like, okay, like fuck this.
So basically every escape the room, every point and click adventure game since the dawn of time.
It's not that I don't like puzzles, it's that maybe escape the room is probably the least engaging type of puzzle for me.
I like them. I think they're like kind of a dumb fun for me, where I'm poking around and like, oh, I found this key and this goes in this lock, which unlocks this key and it opens up a puzzle, and like it's kind of. I don't really think of them as being like really good puzzles or anything. I think of them as being like guide me around to just go on a little fair ride of like endorphins, and I like it for that. Kind of like the Room, that iPhone game from several years ago. Like that's when that kind of clicked for me. Was I am just like I click here and there's a little key hidden here, and I think it's silly, but I liked it. I didn't lose patience with it with Zero Escape. So
yeah, I think the Room makes more sense though because you're working towards this puzzle box.
Yeah,
where it's just like, I don't know, there's a key behind the curtain. Like it feels kind of random.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that
makes sense.
Yeah, like the Room is definitely its own very, very cool thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's what I was saying. Is I also thought the Room was kind of dumb, but in a way that I found cute.
I mean, I finished the first one. It's just like, okay.
I think the Room's story is dumb, but I love the puzzle aspect of it. The puzzle box that just keeps expanding. Yeah. Like that's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm. I guess for me, it was like when you have all those different little things of all these different moving parts of like, there's a key over here, and then kind of that Zelda dungeon type thing where there's just a bunch of different pieces and rooms and whatnot. Like I think of like a really smart, good puzzle as being just something where there's not a lot of pieces and I'm just having to think really hard about space or something, like a spatial concept or something. So I don't know, like English Country Tune or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think like the difficulty should be in the puzzle itself, not I had to click on this corner to find a piece of info that I didn't know existed until now.
I didn't find this key over in this room in the mansion.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess
the Resident Evil puzzle is sort of the thinking.
Yeah,
not
that
bad.
At least can be, since you're in one room, like there's only so many places. It could be like some adventure games, like the classic ones, where it's like the entire game becomes the puzzle box.
Oh
like
god,
that can be bad.
That can get like I remember I played one a while back. It was Edna and Harvey series, and like I remember that they like every screen you could just like press tab and you would get like a pop up that showed you where all of the interactables were at on screen, and like that was really handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then also if you try to make a point and click adventure game, but then like streamline every single possible ambiguity out of it, then you get like The Witness, where it's all like really good pure puzzles.
Yeah.
But then it also just has completely no flavor or personality.
And that's the thing, is that a lot of the time, especially with older adventure games, you're kind of like you're dealing with somebody else's logic. And you're trying to so you're basically playing a game with someone, but it's a one-sided game where their moves are already set in stone, and you're kind of just like going back and forth trying to figure out their logic. I think that's a cool thing, and it like even though a lot of those games are frustrating and just kind of stupid at times, I like the mental exercise of getting in somebody's mind and thinking like, why is that a thing? Like, why did that? I think that aspect of adventure games is really cool.
That's really cool. I've been wanting to try out more since I think I played Ocarina of Time, which has a lot of that kind of stuff, and I was like, I want to play some just straight point and clicks at some point. So I might want to do that. I beat Myst ages ago, which because it didn't have an inventory, I think made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But Riven is the sequel to that, and it still doesn't have an inventory, but in Myst, everything is divided up into like little episodes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's this world, and here's this world. But Riven is just the one giant thing, and good fucking luck.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It was too hard for me.
Yeah.
I beat Myst as a kid too, and then Riven was just like, no idea.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably good and probably worth it, but it's too much for me.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
What you were saying, Polly, earlier about those games being kind of you versus the developer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I may have mentioned the story before, but like in 2011, I made a bunch of Portal 2 levels, and then tried to play them like last year, like 6 years later, and I had no idea what the hell to do. I'm like, oh, these are bad levels, like, but that's why puzzle games are so hard to make, because like in the moment, like the logic totally made sense to me. Oh, you portal up here, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's actually like 3 steps, and then when forgetting my own thought process, and then looking at these levels, be like, what? None of this makes any sense. Like, even trying to label the buttons, it's like, okay, so there's a shield here. If I step on this, like, what the fuck do I need to do? Like, a lot of the good Portal levels are just like, you see the objective super early on. It's like, okay, this is the goal. My levels did not do that.
It's just like you kind of have to do subtle signposting that's not signposting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Puzzles are really hard to make.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. I've done like a couple.
I tried
They're
to make
hard.
Portal. I tried to make Portal 2 rooms, and I realized I don't have the brain for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember being so proud of my like 5 levels that I made, and then playing them last year was just like, oh no, these are awful.
Bit of a sobering experience.
Yeah.
God, that's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, who's up next?
Whoever wants to be up next.
Here, how about I do my little things, and then we can throw it over to you to do your little things, and then big thing, big thing.
It's all the little things that kill.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. I played a game called All Our Asias.
How many of them are there?
You'll have to play the game to find out.
Damn.
It is an intense, personal, semi-autobiographical game. Or no, I don't know if that's the right way to put it. It's a very personal game about, not autobiographical. That was dumb, but where your character goes into your dad's dying mind and explores Yume Nikki dream levels that are in really, really gorgeous, like low fidelity Unity 3D.
Not poopy mazes that are awful.
No, it's actually a lot more structured than Yume Nikki, and there's dialogue, but it's that basic concept of going to somebody's brain and exploring around these spaces. And I really liked it a lot. For one thing that was cool is I got to play this game, and then I went and got lunch with the developer the next day.
Wow.
Which was really cool.
Somebody's very important.
I know. And this is one of the devs, Sean from who worked on Anodyne and Even the Ocean.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought that pedigree was. Okay.
Yep. So one of the people who worked on Even the Ocean and Anodyne of the core team of Sean and Joni went on to make this, and it's really cool and deals a lot with race and identity, and I don't know, I there's a lot that I don't really have the vocabulary to like dissect, I think, and I think that's okay.
Transcendent.
I haven't said that in years.
Yeah,
either.
I know. It's been a while. We need to bring that one back. We need to bring that one back in a big way. Get it on T-shirts and everything.
I should just exclusively use it to describe my own games.
I think that would be real fucking awesome.
Just put it in all the trailers. It's free also, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, like having looked at that game, like, wait, this is free?
Yeah. Apparently you've put it together in 8 months too, which completely blows my mind. It's like 2 hours long and holds up throughout. Mm-hmm. But probably what I took away the most from this story is that for about a third or half of the game takes place in gorgeous 3D dream hell Chicago.
Oh.
Yup.
Very relevant.
Oh.
So I got to explore a Mega 10 version of my own city that I live in, which is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, that would actually like make playing a game pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Like you go into 3D Dream Hell version of the Red Line, which I take to work every weekday, and then you go, and in order to progress, you have to go into the subway tunnel, and then it opens up into this like vast underground city, like fantasy city, and I was just like, oh man, just like it duplicated the effect where there's stairs on one side and then escalators on the other, and that's just like that. And then there's one long, like really kind of subdued section that went directly along the same road that I took home on the bus at 1 a.m. from like a queer arts event one night. So it was trippy and really cool. That made me happy. So I really like Anodyne. I got to apologize in person for being mean to him on Twitter about Anodyne accidentally.
Oh, wow.
I said a mean thing about Anodyne and then accidentally added him.
Oh, wow. What? How do you accidentally at someone?
I was linking the post-mortem of the game, which was thoughtful. And it had his @ in the link, and I didn't realize it.
Good job.
And then I was being like, just unnecessarily
Pissy John. We've seen Pissy John on Twitter every now and again.
I understand. Me and John originally had like the same opinion of Anodyne, which was not particularly high. I was like, "This is dumb."
I mean, I haven't revisited it since then. So, but I've loved Even the Ocean so much, and I love this a lot. So I'm kind of excited to see that as more like, fun, rough student project, which is what it was. But then it got a lot of press, so then kind of maybe blew up my expectations a little bit instead of just embracing it as the fun, rough student project. So that was cleansing for my soul to be able
to grovel.
Yeah, sorry.
You paid for the meal, didn't you? Out of guilt.
No, did not quite. I also played Sacrament 7. My friend Colin is making Luca. I think what the deal is, you didn't hear it from me. I think the deal is that Luca's gonna have an Bayonetta-esque like action game, but with like tripped out art.
I wish the visuals didn't legit hurt my eyeballs.
That's a thread with this episode, huh?
Yeah.
No, we haven't gotten to that yet.
It's just like, but yeah, like I keep looking at Luca, and it's just like, boy, I wish somebody I knew that knew this person could communicate to them that, hey, I got a friend whose eyes this game actually hurts. Maybe you should talk to that friend of mine and maybe take that as input. I don't know if I know anybody that would be in that position, though.
I guess I could say a thing there. I don't know. I don't want to compromise the artistic vision. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Luca. I think the idea is that it's going to have these interstitial, more text game beats.
Yeah.
In between the actiony things.
That's sort of what I think these are, is a primer for that.
Yeah, and I think that so I think I'm getting these out of context, like really cool, good text games, and that those are going to be a part of the end story, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Sacrament 1 came out last year, and that's my favorite still, because it was basically like a real good Porpentine Twine game, but like in 20 minutes with amazing art and music, and it made me feel a lot of feelings, and I liked it a lot. And Sacrament 4 riffs on Megaten a lot, and was really good at it. And like that one felt more like I needed the context of the game to really understand where it was going.
Mm-hmm.
And then the newest one is like an epilogue, I think, to the first game. So it definitely needs that context, I think.
Yeah.
But all of them are stylish and well put together, and I'm very excited for where that story's going.
Yeah, like there was really, like 7 is the most recently released one, right?
Because he released. Yeah.
Because I played through one that was like an RPG.
That was 4.
Yeah, I played that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Like 1 felt like a self-contained thing.
Yeah.
So that one was like, okay, this is me prepping to be a part of this bigger world, and so that I think that's still cool. But so far, like 1 is the one where I'm just like, oh, excellent.
Yeah.
And then 7 was just like a short, like 10-minute, kind of really grim epilogue to the first one. And he put it online and then deleted it like that day. Like, hey, play this if you want. It's gonna be down again shortly. So that was fun. So
That's cool.
That's gonna be I'm excited for that game. So those are my itch.io musings. I've got one other big thing we can maybe talk about.
We'll talk about the big thing.
But why don't we start? But what are your little things, Polly?
I started playing Final Fantasy 15, and it made me ill. And John didn't care.
I literally like woke up and then browsed Twitter, and I saw that, and I was like, it's weird that I'm not very invested in, like, in Polly, like, having a good time with Final Fantasy 15. Like, if you were playing, fucking Undertale or whatever, I'd be like, oh. And when you didn't like Your Name, I like thought about it and had to like stew on that and think about my own feelings. And then when you didn't like Final Fantasy 15, I was like, oh, okay. Or what you played, or made you ill.
Yeah, it's just like I played it for about 6 hours yesterday, and I'm up to chapter 3, and like
the open world.
I don't like the open world at all. It's pretty.
I've got good news for you, Polly.
Yeah, that open world is shit. It is barren. There's nothing in it. There is nothing to do but just awful side quests that are boring and shitty.
Polly woke up to this game way quicker than everybody else did. Like, the reality is, like, a lot of things in that game are, like, bad.
Yeah.
Like, especially the hunts and, like, kind of the combat in general. But something about it... What?
Go ahead.
Nothing.
You said something
about it stuck with you?
Yeah, something about it just kind of clicked for me and worked anyways, like the characters and the world building.
Yeah, like, I thought, like, maybe I'm a fucking idiot and I just don't get it or something, because I see this game and I'm playing it, and there are things that I like about it. Primarily, I think that the interaction with the 4 main characters is pretty fun and enjoyable. I believe these characters, and then... like, I'm playing it, and I'm like, I am having, like, 0 fun. Of all the fun that I'm having the most minimum amount you can have. And then, like, what topped it is, like, I went to do some dumb quest, and it was like, kill 9 things, and all 9 things are attacking you at once. And, you have to use lock-on a lot in this game. And the camera whips around a lot. And this auto-lock thing, this lock-on thing, doesn't necessarily always stay locked on. And it's just like, it kept whipping the camera around and around. And it was just like, I was literally getting physically ill trying to play. And I said, fuck this, I quit video games forever. Because I was like, there's clearly something I'm not getting if everybody loves this game.
See, I will say, not everybody loves that game. That game is actually super divisive. I think it's like, do you focus on the good aspects, or do you get nauseous by the combat?
Well, it's just like, the thing is like, you know how I feel about open world games anyway, is that I think they're mostly boring.
Yeah, and this one is like super bare bones compared to most.
Yeah, like there is nothing in this world. This world's emptier than Nier Automata's open world.
But for me, it was just like,
I played Nier Automata after this, so then it was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
And even then, Nier Automata's barren wasteland makes fucking sense. They want me to believe there's a war going on in this world, but I couldn't tell you where.
True.
In Final Fantasy 15?
In Final Fantasy 15, I'm supposed to believe there's a war going on, but it's like, well, where? I've been to a pretty big portion of this map. I think I would have seen some airships, or
there are some airships occasionally. Those
I saw Gladio said once while I was out wandering around, Noctis overhead. Oh, there's one airship there out of the 6 hours that I've played. All right. And then the way they kind of just like show you the demise of fucking the name of the place, Insomnia or whatever.
Yeah,
that was a real shitty way to show me that.
I think
how they do that again?
It's just a quick series of flashes of events, and then like we hear about it on the radio. They want me to have watched Kingsglaive.
Yeah, that's like, I think they edited in scenes from Kingsglaive into the game because no one got what was happening. Like that, I think that was something they added in later.
Are you for fucking real?
Oh yeah, this is super.
Yeah, this game sounds like a hot mess at launch, just because there's so little content to it. Like, I don't really count these dumb go kill a thing and then come back here. I don't really count that much as content these days.
The best part
there's not a lot of it. Don't worry. You get through that pretty quick.
There's just all of these fucking side episodes that are out now, and we've got the Royal Edition, and we added so much stuff, you guys. It's like we've almost finished Final Fantasy 15.
So like, the DLC episodes I'll forgive because those are just like totally different things where you're playing as the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the Royal Edition really kind of rubs me the wrong way because they changed the last chapter like a lot.
They had the balls to put a pop-up on screen and tell me to go buy the Royal Edition. When I booted the game up, they were like, for the complete Final Fantasy 15 experience, grab the Royal Edition. They didn't tell me that it was paid content. They just said, like update to the latest version. I'm like, oh, okay, I must not have updated. So I press the button to do it, and it's like, oh no, like $14.99. I'm just like,
it's how much? Oh, I guess, yeah, because we don't have the DLC. It comes with all that. It comes with like the season pass episodes and stuff, and the online mode.
But yeah, I was a little mad about that.
Yeah. All right, here's what I came away from Final Fantasy 15 with. Like,
the ending is very good.
It's obviously super janky. Mm-hmm. I finished that game, and I'd played Final Fantasy 8 a little bit before that. So when I played 15, I was very shocked to the extent to which it actually wraps up its story and ties up threads and finishes your relationship with characters.
Hey,
It was basically functional, and that completely astounded me, and I was really blown away.
Kind of competent.
Yes.
Okay. Can I make 2 predictions? We're going to go into spoiler territory here.
Oh, boy.
I want to make 2 predictions. And if I am right about these, I'm going to be very angry for some reason.
Wait, should we just say yes or no?
Yes. I want you to say yes or no. Number 1, the girl is going to die.
Yes.
The guy that gave me the coin is the main bad guy.
What's his name?
Ardnos or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know all I need to know about that game then.
Oh no, he's so good though.
I was like, oh Jesus Christ, this guy, like, get a look at him. For one, he's the only person I've seen so far with pink hair. Weird. He's the only person that's had a weird color of hair, so you've got to be the bad guy.
His backstory is actually fucking nuts, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Either way.
I mean, if you can hear it over the balancing in that cutscene.
Look, I'm not gonna try, because, like, given the whole it made me physically ill thing, somebody told me to try wait mode. I'm gonna give it a shot and then try to just bum rush the story. I'm gonna give the game another shot, If it doesn't grab me by that point, I'm just like I've already guessed 2 huge plot points, and I've only played the game 6 hours. So
To be fair, I don't think they ever try to hide who the villain is. It is so obvious.
yeah, like that guy just gives off the immediate air of "you met me in the first chapter, and I'm gonna come back later as the bad guy."
He shows up in Kingsglaive, and I'm just like, look at that fucker standing out in like this crowd of like 8 characters. He's the bad guy.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Like his design just stands out so much. Like he's like in the marketing now for like the Royal Edition too. Like him and Noctis. Like it's so they don't try to hide it really.
why would you try to hide it when it's that fucking obvious? But yeah, like
Yeah.
as soon as I ran into that guy, I heard his voice. He flipped me the coin. I was like, okay, yeah, I know what's going on here.
God, you guys are y'all are much smarter than me.
Like, and I knew that the girl was gonna die. It was just like, oh, okay, I know where this goes. This is
bit
too
didn't land with
easy.
me. That bit didn't land with me as effectively as the stuff with the baddie.
Aw.
I don't like the girls in this game.
Sean, I hate you.
They're all bad.
I'm quitting the podcast.
Oh shit, it's over. Love is over.
Hey, the main boys are very good. They do pretty good with that, I think.
Yeah, and the voice acting is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the only
And they
game.
placed that title drop.
And the title drop.
The
That's best
title
part of the game,
drop.
though, so,
The
yeah.
best title drop for a Final Fantasy you could ever hope for is 4 guys pushing a car
Yep.
because it's broke down, pan up to the sky, Final Fantasy 15. Like,
That's
that
good.
is
The
so
song.
perfect. You know what? If I was in charge of the marketing for that game and its initial announcement, I would have just had this scene of them pushing the car and talking while Stand By Me plays, and then do the title drop, the pan up to the Final Fantasy 15, and that would have been my reveal for the game.
That's the other thing we don't kind of talk about this game anymore, is remember the 10 years of Final Fantasy versus 13.
Oh yeah, that's another reason this game's
So
kind of
again,
a fucking mess. Is
when
that
when the game came out, it was shockingly competent. No one thought this game was going to be any good.
I don't think it's any good.
Aww.
I don't think it's fun to play at all.
I mean,
Okay, how about
yeah.
this? Chapter 10 exists, which I think is what kind of makes me feel good on the game. It's like they have a bunch of big anime ass Final Fantasy IMAX stuff, and then they have a whole like hour-long chapter that's just like
Feelings.
the 4 boys having their feelings and chilling out while doing this simple dungeon, and everyone being kind of like mad at each other and having to deal with that, and that maybe that, and then it goes into the big.
Oh! I got another prediction.
Okay.
One of them is a traitor.
Should we say?
Yes or no?
Oh, I was going to
Kinda?
say no, but then John, I'd say no overall.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But there's still a little
good
nuance to that
points.
answer. There's still good points.
Oh,
though.
I bet I know what the nuance is now. But I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go. I'm
it's
not gonna
really
go that
stupid,
far.
though.
I bet I know what it is, but I'm not
Oh.
gonna. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast. I think we spoiled
Good
enough.
boys.
I will say one thing though.
Yeah.
I think you can play as the other characters if you unlock a skill for them, and I don't think you need the Royal Edition for that.
Mm.
You should look into the skill trees to be like, oh, play as Gladio or whatever for like 50 points or something.
That might make it less nauseating since you're not
Yeah.
warping everywhere.
Because I think people said like playing as Prompto is like easy mode because you could just shoot everything.
Mm.
So that might be better.
So yeah, that's Final
There's
Fantasy
some
15.
real good-
That's Final Fantasy
some
15.
really-
I'm ready to move on from it.
Okay.
Like I said, I kind of wanted that to be a small thing, but then it ended up being
Yeah, sorry about
a big
It's fine.
15-minute discussion. But back to the main topic, I guess, of our podcast today, well, seemingly.
Okay.
Is we're going back to Anime World for a little
Anime.
bit. I haven't personally been invested in Anime World in a long time. So
Yeah.
like this kind of like a big deal here is that like I haven't really felt much like playing games recently, so I thought, hey, I'll just watch some anime, I guess. And I've had a bunch of stuff on my quote unquote to watch list for a long time.
Yeah.
So it jumped right into the first thing that caught my eye, Kill la Kill by Studio Trigger.
All right.
And
How does this face out?
that's one of those anime that are directed by Hiroyuki Imaishi. And if you know that name, or you don't, you should know that it's behind a lot of the crazier shit, like fucking Gurren Lagann, Panty and Stocking, a lot of FLCL stuff, just like this madcap silliness that's just over the top at all times, dialed up to 11. Like, there is literally no line of dialogue spoken at a normal volume. People are just screaming at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of about this girl who is looking for the person who killed her dad. She's very justifiably upset about that. That's a good thing to be upset about. It's also good motivation for a main character. And she goes to a school where she's heard that the people responsible for her father's death are, and it's her plan to just fucking go there and kill everybody. And she's not really so good at it. So she, basically gets her ass handed to her and has to run away and ends up falling into some place and ends up magically getting this school uniform that turns her into some kind of crazy super badass. And that's kind of like going to be a main theme of this show, is that clothing are kind of everything.
Power. Yeah,
clothing is power. And the less of it you wear, the more open your mind is. It's really weird. Look, it's an Imaishi joint. Like, it's hyper sexed up, but not overtly sexual most of the time. I don't think you look at like the things that are happening in this show and think, oh, that's sexy. It's just there is a sexy, stylish look to it. And I think that always looks amazing. Even if I'm kind of just tired of this manic directorial style, like this tone, this pace, this constant tempo of like, I need to say everything as fast as humanly possible and as loud as humanly possible, and I need to yell all the time, and fights are look, like I said, you know what this anime looks like in motion if you've seen anything kind of, like that. And like the first half of the show is kind of this revenge plot where now that she has got the power to stand against those that she thinks killed her dad, she does so, and it's really entertaining. And then the show has a second half that it dips into, which is just fucking crazy. Like me and Rhett are kind of at opposite ends on this one. Yeah. Like he likes the first half more, but I like the second half where it starts getting in this very 1984 vibe of like, your clothes are literally aliens and they literally take over your body, and the whole idea is to turn the planet into a giant shirt or something. Basically.
It's very good.
And like,
I was so invested in the story in that first half that when it got stupid, I'm like, oh, I'm off.
I love the stupidity of that whole second half. Like, because I think
says, I must have missed that bit in 1984. Like, what are you talking about?
But yeah, it's like, I like that when it went to just like, your fucking clothes are aliens. Why not? So that means like everybody on the opposing side, nudist colony. They're
how do you fight your clothes when how do you fight the villains when the villains are all clothes?
Exactly.
All the clothes.
You gotta be a fucking nudist. It's pretty, like, I like that absurdity, and I felt that it's an absurdity that matched the style that it was being directed with, and I didn't think the revenge plot really kind of like did a whole, like, you're going to run out of reasons for her to have revenge. Like, it's just like you can't drag a revenge plot out 24 fucking episodes. It can't. Like there's no way they could have made that whole show about a revenge arc and it have been entertaining at all. So they had to go absurd, and like that's where I liked the show. But then
that turn in the mid-season finale.
When Best Girl shows up.
Yep.
Yes.
When Best tournament arc, I'm done. You're done with that.
Yeah, just straight up shows up, presses the I win button, and fuck you all. The I win, fuck you all button. And that's real good. And, you know, yeah, there's, like, but overall, like, I think it's okay. Like I said, though, I'm kind of over this manic directorial style. I don't, like, I was predicting a lot of singular shots. Like, I know what the next shot is going to be. Oh, there's a character that got hit and they're going to cartwheel through the air and to the other side of the screen. Oh, okay, yep, called that. Okay, it's the family eating and it's crazy. Oh, okay, it's the serious scene, but then something absurd is happening in the foreground or background because that's silly. Like, okay, I get it. I've seen all of this before, you know.
I saw an essay about that show talking about the animation, and like that show always tries to have something moving no matter what.
Well, I
like
think
they don't want to ever have a still shot, basically.
Yeah, something I noticed is that, like, even though like the animation can be a bit hard to follow, it's very smartly directed in that they've always got something very bright for you to kind of follow to the next shot, so that you always know where you're at. And I watched a few scenes in slow motion when I read that, and I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, because the action scenes, your eye will naturally follow the brighter thing. So with the way the character is colored, be it her outfit or skin tone, your eyes will naturally follow that to the next shot. And it seems like they actually, like compositioned those scenes the way they did on purpose so that they would not be confusing. So that was actually smart.
That's really cool. Like, I think his style, I definitely get that it's super exhausting, but I think there definitely is some method to that madness because it could go so horribly wrong so easily.
Yeah. And then there's the weird stuff that I think didn't need to be in this show, and that is the weird incest rapey shit that happens on more than one occasion, with one implication, and that a daughter is getting finger fucked by her mom, and that's really weird.
I forgot how bad this was until you started talking about it.
Yeah,
because I just totally blocked it out of my memory, honestly.
I was almost disgusted enough to just drop the show at that point, but by that point it's happened so late in the show that it's just like there's literally 3 episodes left. Like, I will just, like, it's just like, and this is the kind of show where you don't really even need to watch most of the time anyway.
Dr. No in the chat says, never watch Sword Art Online.
Never had any intention.
We know what you're talking about. We know. Polly knows.
There's some very wrong shit about Sword Art Online, and it's not just the weirdo sex shit that the author wrote it for like a book or something. It's
I don't actually know.
There's some weird sexual assault shit in that show.
Oh, really? Oh,
and a writer who does not know how to handle it at all because it's played for laughs.
Oof.
Japan.
But yeah, the weird incest rapey shit was just, what the fuck is that even there for? Like, I don't
They're
understand.
evil
It's like,
villains.
like, it is, yeah, like, I saw somebody make the fucking excuse that, well, they have to make her look evil somehow. It's like, rape the only way you can make somebody evil? I like plenty of fucking villains across games, anime, movies, and they didn't fucking have to rape anybody. It's just, my, like, it's, that scene is in there. Those scenes are in there because that is somebody's fucking fetish. That's the only reason those seasons are in there.
Yep.
So, I mean...
God, that's some bullshit.
So, and then there's, like when she first gets, like, when the main character, Ryuko, first gets her costume, the way it's presented and animated is real fucking gross and rapey, too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it's very much her being forced against a wall, having her clothes torn off, and her trying to force the thing from making it happen. And it's like, all the while, it's screaming, "No, you've got to let me inside you. Come on." And it's just like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
and it's like, oh yeah, like somebody really actually thinks this is funny. They really think that's hilarious. And that's real sad. Because I would have liked this show a hell of a lot more without the weird fucking problematic shit. Because I think the story has a good resolution. I think that unlike a lot of their stuff, it has a decent resolution. The build-up is good. You're able to follow it. It has a fun final climax that's just as absurd as it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I just can't wholeheartedly recommend it just because of the weird rapey shit that's in it, because that's fucking gross and problematic for some people, and I'm not going to tell them they're wrong for not wanting to see a show with those kind of elements in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like,
that's absolutely more than fair.
Yeah. So that's Kill la Kill.
Would you say that the show lost its way?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. I hate you!
Polly, you need to go watch the one episode of Luluco where they do the Kill la Kill parody now.
I don't ever need to see anything involving Luluco ever again, because that show's garbage.
Why do you hate me so much?
I fucking hated Luluco. It's so... Like I said, I think I called it something like FLCL Junior or something.
Oh.
Like it's the same kind of coming of age story, just like told way faster and without as much symbolism. And a whole arc dedicated to them referencing themselves that's real shitty and boring. Like there was that the first references was that shitty OVA that I stopped watching 4 minutes in.
You did not last 4 minutes.
No, I didn't even last that long. And then there was like
that Inferno Cop.
No. Well, Inferno Cop kind of is like the main character. He's like, the leader of the space patrol. Is like basically Inferno Cop.
That's Inferno Cop. I know who Inferno.
Is Inferno Cop its own thing though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's,
but they did like
Trigger sucking itself off show, right?
Yeah, kind of. But it's basically
there's also a very good story in there that I really liked and John would like.
It's just a simple love story. It's a girl's first love story.
Aww.
That's all it is.
Ooh.
I would say, you know what? Go play Plague of Sorrow or whatever it's called. Plague of Shadows. Go play that. That is a good love story.
All right.
Luluco is garbage. Like half of Luluco's runtime is dedicated to trigger references that are boring if you haven't seen the material. It's like, they did a Little Witch Academia episode too. So what?
Susie.
Speaking of which, did you have a show that could kind of help wash the Kill la Kill taste out? That was also
I'm watching Little Witch Academia right now. It's pretty good.
Cool.
I think that
show's so nice.
It is so saccharinely sweet and just like a great way to wind down after work or something. Or you've had a bad day, just throw on a few good episodes of Little Witch Academia, and it's just really like the Cupid Bee episode was real fucking rancid though.
Wait, which one?
The Cupid Bee episode. It was real fucking rancid. It was just like a love potion episode, and it's just you made I thought they were gonna do something cool with the trope of the love potion episode. Oh, no, you just made a fucking love potion episode, and it's so painfully mediocre that I want to shoot myself. But
the Susie episode.
The Susie episode is...
That's all anyone talks about with
this show. It's one of the greatest episodes of anything I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Little Witch Academia episode 8, I don't even know how to begin talking about that because there's so much shit to unpack and it's so crazy, but it never flies off the rails. It's just real fucking insane, really well executed. And I am the Polly that just wants to spit on everything.
It's like the best Fooly Cooley episode. I fucking love that show too.
I just saw the one where she gets vored by a ghost.
Oh, that's so good.
That's a real good episode. It's like the halfway point.
That's like the only horny moment in the whole show. Is Susie being like, not
Yeah,
but
she's
that
like
big snort.
totally into it.
And otherwise, it's completely chaste and doesn't have any of the trigger bullshit.
Yeah,
which is kind of
which really surprised me that like this is this is a trigger property, given how understated it is,
and not sexualized at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's really
like we watch the original movies, and it's like, oh, wholesome anime you can recommend to friends. That hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, like even the OVAs, they're very tame and just very wholesome and really just cute. So yeah, like that's the kind of like where I'm at, I guess, with anime. I'm also watching the new Last Exile that they did in 2011, but I don't really have an opinion on that yet. It's just kind of like it exists, and I liked Last Exile a lot, and I like a lot of things this is doing because I liked Last Exile's sense of whimsy, and I feel they kind of captured a lot of that, of the sense of adventure and just a lighthearted adventure. So yeah, like I'll probably have more to say about that once I finish it, but yeah, that's kind of like my anime world. I got one other thing we'll be able to talk about that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Probably, but I'll wait till we come back around for me to take that on.
Would you want to take a short break?
Yes, I was about to recommend that.
Okay.
Let me do a quick chat update. Taylor says play Butterfly Soup. Emma?
So good.
Yep.
So good. Play it. I cried. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's a gay VN, sports VN that looks very lovely and amazing.
Play it.
And Anna loved it.
Play it.
All
right.
And then
so we're gonna
Taylor
take.
Says,
I'm just updating everybody. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. We'll be back. And just remember, y'all, when we get back, we are live. I am not muting anything.
Okay, I'll mute my mic in case. Yeah.
All right. Cool. We will be right back. Hello out there in Twitchland. Are you ready to rock?
Echo.
Rhett's gonna sing a song for us.
No.
While we were on break, Rhett decided that he was gonna sing a song for everybody in chat. So I'll count you off here. Ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Amanda is the best girl in Little Witch Academia. I wish she had more episodes because the one she has is really good. Boo, 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 boo. I'm very bad.
That was the dorkiest attempt at a song I've ever heard.
Shut up.
I don't even know what style you were aiming for there.
There wasn't a style.
Yeah, I'm with Taylor on this one. Oh God, no, please.
You asked me to sing.
You wanted to. You were begging me to let you have your singing debut because you think you're some fucking idol because you watch all these awful idol shows.
Hey, if you want something wholesome, Love Live Sunshine's on Crunchyroll.
Ugh. I make sure to put that on my queue of things that I want to throw in the trash.
No unexpected rape scenes.
That's good. Hey, there's a plus. Just put that on the back of the box. No weird fucking... Oh, God. What is wrong with anime?
Because, yeah, I love Little Witch Academia, but boy, the turn it takes in episode 20, you're just not going to like.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
Not again! God damn it, Trigger!
Susie uses a mushroom and whoo boy.
Oh, dear. I knew that girl had a fascination, and I knew it was unhealthy.
I wish Little Witch Academia did more of the kind of character-specific episodes.
Yeah, those end up being the cutest.
Yeah, the Susie one is like the best episode, and then there's one on Amanda and one on Constance in the second half. They're really good.
Ruby just looks boring to me, which is why I'll probably never watch it.
I can't get past it looking like Miku Miku Dance. It literally looks exactly like that. No one even uses that anymore, huh?
I don't think so.
I kind of just dated myself there.
Yeah, just a bit. But people,
so what do they... What?
Like, how many people listening to this don't already know that we're well into our 30s and John is 12?
John's 12, yeah.
That's the movie that Jamie Lee Curtis is known for, Freaky Friday. Don't worry, folks. We're just waiting for our John to get back. So that's why we're here. They're making a what?
Sorry. They're making a Little Witch Academia video game. It keeps getting delayed, though.
Yeah, I hear it's good, though. People keep saying it's really good.
Oh, that's not why it's so cool.
I don't know if they mean from good for an anime game or
probably,
or do they mean it's actually good?
Probably the former.
Kind of like how Neptunia is good for an anime RPG.
Fuck you, Neptunia is great.
Look, I can admit that like some of the mechanics of those games are a little not great.
I really like Rebirth 3 and Mega Nep.
Oh, they're great. I just think that, you know, the budgetiness of them
I know.
not gonna make them appeal much to others.
It's ridiculous though when I think about like how many JRPGs I used to play as a kid, and now like I can't stick with anything except Neptunia. Those are the only ones I can get into.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, it's pretty high quality shit. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. I have a pen. I have a pineapple. Ooh, pineapple pen.
I can't believe the Ryuk version from Death Note isn't the original of that.
I know.
Because it's so perfect.
Well, it's about pineapples, right? Not apples.
But wait.
Pineapple pen. That's why it's called PPAP. Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
Oh, but okay, that's what it is. There is an apple.
But it's still a pineapple.
It's pineapple, then apple. There is an apple in it.
Man, whatever. Y'all people with your dumb internet memes, I don't care. That's just my response to everything now. It's like, fuck it, I don't care.
You reblogged like Toho's doing the pen, pineapple, apple thing.
And
I saw that.
A few Danganronpa characters, too.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Chiaki does pineapple pen.
Yeah, it's real good. It's cute.
Hi,
Yellow.
I'm back. John is trying to find a binky.
Yeah, John is trying to find a binky.
Wow, the chat got active.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
It's like once we shut out, they're just like, all right, let's.
They're like, all right, finally.
God,
now that the
those
awful,
fuckers.
now that the awful part's over, we can have fun.
Mm-hmm. I got myself more ginger ale, some water, and I poured some applesauce.
I smoked a bowl.
It took me a second to process that. I'll try the marijuana someday.
Someday.
Yeah. But Taylor says John will tell you to watch Ruby, and I'm like, yeah, I like Ruby.
You'll tell me to watch Ruby, but I'll say it looks boring, and I'm not gonna watch it.
Like I'm telling you to watch Ruby with the same cadence that I would say to play Final Fantasy 15 or to watch Kill la Kill.
You don't have a lot of vested interest in me caring either way.
There's not a lot. I'll say so, but there's not a lot of oomph to it. I actually figured out what I wanted to say with Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
It is on a scale from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Adventure.
I like this already.
What?
It's Sonic Colors.
Like, it's perfectly functional.
Yeah, it's the
weird.
Sonic Colors on the scale from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Adventure. I guess you can replace Adventure with Generations if y'all want to be.
No, Generations is way better. Oh, right.
I had Adventure as the top part of the scale, so if you wanted to replace that with Generations, that makes sense.
Okay.
I watched people suffer through Sonic Adventure 2 battle yesterday, and
Not good.
nobody was having fun. Nobody.
Not a good game.
No, it's not.
Is
A
it
bad
bad?
game.
Did it take them more or less time than Battletoads?
Less time. Wow, the misery the people were in though. But when they got to those gravity stages, oh wow, there was some salt being dispensed.
Oh yeah, speaking of Kill la Kill and Sonic Adventure 2, have you seen the fan art of Ryoko and Shadow the Hedgehog?
Oh my god!
Like I'm not even talking as a sexual thing. Just people draw them together a lot because they have the same.
They have
color
the same
style.
color scheme. Yeah, I can
And
see
so
that.
like they're like the edge crew.
I reblogged a real cool picture this week of somebody in Ryuko cosplay wearing a cowboy hat that had a Naruto headband on it. They were just grilling. It was pretty good. I liked it.
That's very good.
And she was very cute herself, so bonus.
Holly likes girls.
Oh shit, secret's out. Fuck.
You know, Polly, me too. I'll just put that out there.
Whoa, Rhett. I didn't expect this coming from you. Is there anything else you like maybe that you did, or are you done?
I'm done.
You're done?
I went up first, and then I thought we were just
you
doing
went up first
everything.
and
Brent just let
you
out his whole
blew your
mouth.
entire load on one segment.
I mean, I took like an hour.
All right, so I guess with that, we're gonna jump back
It's okay, right? It happens to everybody.
We're gonna jump back to John because I think that the topics we have remaining are universal enough to the three of us that it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I didn't have a big thing because I just jumped between like 5 different things.
I don't even remember what.
Rhett, should I watch Blanky Monster Animu?
No.
You don't think it would be for me?
I mean, just with everything you have on your plate, like I said, the show is better than it ends up having any right to be, but there's also stuff like Dragon Maid that also kind of...
When you look at my to-watch list on my anime list, I got a lot of good shit there that I probably don't need to go out of my way to watch this one show. Just
like,
because
this is definitely like...
Just because I saw a really cute gag.
Yeah, it's flavor of the month, for sure.
Gotcha.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the best of the cute rom-com-y animes, that's recent ones, is Monthly Girls and Uzaki-kun. Just throwing that out there.
I have no idea what that is. Oh, wait.
It's the one with the boys playing the dating sim, and then they realize that the boy assistant character is in love with the MC, and they write fan art about it. Like, that video got shared a lot.
Huh.
That doesn't ring a bell? Whatever. Nope. It's very good and funny.
My Tumblrs are exclusively anime girls. What?
Yeah, there's like anime girls excited about Rhett's penis, which is a really good Tumblr that needs more updates. That's an actual Tumblr that exists, by the way.
You and Anna are the same.
I'm just saying, I only found out about Eurocamp because it exploded on Tumblr, like, as soon as it started airing. Like, cute girls doing a thing. We're going to talk about this for the next 3 months and then never again.
Man.
I liked girls, and then y'all are like...
See, that's the kind of thing.
I'm burnt. Y'all are just burning me out on girls.
To see how
you said
anime is so disposable, and just like how like it'll be this flavor of the month thing and then gone. Like it's kind of how I feel about Kill la Kill. Is like I'm never going to watch that again.
I mean, yeah, all these flavors, like slice of life shows, they're just totally disposable.
Yeah, or anything done by A1 Pictures.
I'm sure I could find something out of theirs I liked.
Shinsekai Yori.
You too.
Oh, well.
Girls.
Okay. Like, Dragon Maid somehow has kind of...
stuck around.
Persisted, yeah.
Then you're gonna be a blankie monster, Shiori. If you wrap up in a blanket and watch Yuru Camp.
Speaking of Yuri on Ice definitely stuck around for me.
Not my thing.
Okay.
Wrong kind of Yuri.
Yeah. I checked out of that one real fast.
Back to me and what I've done.
Hold on, I'm pressing mute.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. Go ahead. There was nothing even funny.
Alright. So a couple years ago, I replayed Final Fantasy IV.
That's a good game.
It's a real good game. I probably played through it like 5 or 6 times. I like it a lot. It was my first Final Fantasy game and one of my first RPGs ever.
Weirdly, same for me.
Yeah, it's weird how we both, like, very luckily, the one that we played when we were 8 years old is coincidentally the best one.
But, like, I was playing it when it came out.
Oh, yeah, you maybe weren't 8 years old. And then I played, I think I played 8 recently, and then I played Tactics, and I tried 9, and I played 15. But last year I replayed Final Fantasy VII.
That's another good game.
Mm-hmm. I had a really good time with Final Fantasy VII. I only played it once as a teenager, and then all my replay attempts kind of fizzled out. So I hadn't played it in like 8 or 9 years. So it was very fresh for me, and I really, really loved it a lot.
How many of your friends with bad opinions told you that was the wrong opinion?
Everyone loves Final Fantasy VII. Like,
I just kind of figured that would be one of those games that they would dogpile on years later, like they do everything. It's like, it's not really that good.
Overrated.
I think that FF7 is overrated was like such a popular opinion that now liking it is also counts as being contrarian. So it's cool again.
Weird.
Yeah,
they
weird.
also put Cloud in Smash Brothers, so...
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, super, super hip and cool take.
Underground.
So, my 3 favorites when I played them as a kid were 4 and 6 and 7.
And those are
very cool and original.
Damn solid top 3.
Mm-hmm. And so, but I've only played through 6 once, even longer ago than I played 7, since I played 6 in middle school.
Yeah.
And then all my replay attempts fizzled. But then, so I started replaying Final Fantasy VI recently. And I played through the whole thing. That's a real good game.
It's a real good game.
It's pretty fucking masterful. Even if I think that, like, the end of the
Open
world
world
stuff, I think the end of the world stuff is a little unbalanced and kind of not. I don't know. I think
you just don't like open worlds.
That's a good point.
It's the Final Fantasy 15 of Final Fantasy 6.
Ouch.
Don't fucking compare it to Final Fantasy 15. It's so much better than that.
I still love Final Fantasy 6. Okay, like it's just World of Ruin is kind of not my entire jam when I play that game. The first half of that game is so fucking good.
Just to address that distinction, like for me, I also played through Dragon Quest 1 through 3 recently. So my experience of Final Fantasy VI was, we're just going to be like the best roller coaster for 10 hours, and then we're going to turn into Final Fantasy makes a really good Dragon Quest game for 10 hours. Is just like, both of these are all of my shit, and then the World of Ruin was, this is my shit, and also Final Fantasy never does this, so they're doing it really well.
And they never did it
again.
They
never did it again, really, yeah.
Nope. 7 was like, let's have huge materia side quests. That'll be better.
So, like, when you look at 6 from that point of view and just, like, what it did at the time in the World of Ruin, you know, like, I'd never really seen a game kind of throw that kind of wrench at you. Not only just the world ending, but just, like, oh, shit, I, like, got no party members now? Oh, fuck, where are they?
And the scope of just redesigning the entire world, like,
which is incredible.
It's crazy. It's like, that game really kind of soured my expectations for every Final Fantasy after it, where it's like, 7, are they going to is Sephiroth going to drop the meteor and disfigure the world like in 6? And then, nope.
No.
It's just actually the last dungeon here. And
like
then
Ocarina of Time being like,
yeah.
We're in the evil future world now, but everything's basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing because, like, I got the airship like 2 hours into the World of Ruin, so
they
that
did
was like
you for the first part, basically up to the airship.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there was like 8 or 9 hours for me where it was like, here's the last dungeon. We can go there whenever, but we need to prep. And it was basically like doing the Breath of the Wild thing, but like completely nailing it.
Yeah.
God, it really is similar, huh? Where it's just the end is right there.
Yeah, it's the Breath of the Wild thing, except I actually care about all the characters and whether or not the world is taken care of.
Yeah.
But no, Nintendo told you the characters you should care about. You have long-lasting, deep lore with them, John. Come on.
You go to a Vista and get a flashback.
You want to fuck a fish boy.
Well.
God, fuck that game.
Wow, that is quite the fucking turn we've taken.
No, it's fine.
But remember what John said a couple episodes ago, where it's like, I played Super Mario Odyssey and then Zelda Breath of the Wild and kind of revolted against the idea of video games for a month.
I think I said, and then I hated video games for a while.
Like, 2 of the most critically acclaimed of all times made you hate video games.
I feel I worry about like getting a stick up my butt and being like an asshole, but I feel like I play lots and lots and lots of games that I really like, including lots of contemporary ones.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm avoiding that. But yeah, all right. So yeah, the first half of the game is this amazing roller coaster. It's so full of really incredible moments.
Iconic, even.
God, yeah.
You can suplex a train.
That's so
I want to say there's so much, but I just keep thinking of Ultros
and Ultros is great. Like,
Ultros is fantastic.
So okay, this is the one that people on my timeline shit on, by the way. Like, not 7, but 6, and specifically Ultros. And that's what made me sad.
See, Polly, this is John's timeline being like the worst possible.
Yeah.
They don't shit on 7. They shit on 6. 6 is like the sacred cow that you can't really.
They fucking love Final Fantasy VIII over there.
They'll shit on 6 and Chrono Trigger, but not 7.
Oh my god.
God. But yeah, the World of Ruin, like running around and collecting, finding all your people. Yeah, it definitely lands a lot harder than killing Chrono and then getting him back in a side quest like an hour later.
Spoilers.
I
still like that part. Come on.
Yeah, it's still really, yeah. I'm not shitting on that. It's still amazing. I'm just saying that, like, I like Chrono Trigger more than Final Fantasy 6 and 7 so much in almost every way that whenever 6 and 7 do something better than it, I have to like go out of my way to give them credit.
Yeah.
So like
the equivalent in that is in 6. I think is getting Lockback takes fucking forever. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the characters want the most back.
Yeah.
I cared about getting Lockback so much. I went across the whole world talking to everybody, and then it's like, I've been to every city. Where the fuck is Locke? Where is he? I got Shadow back, but where's Locke? and then
last one I got back, it was like,
yeah, because he's the only one that's actually hidden. You have like
he's hidden very well.
There's a string of clues you have to follow, and then you have a half-hour dungeon, and then you get him back.
And then you get Phoenix too.
And then you get Interceptor.
Yep.
There's a dog. I laugh because because of the dog in the background.
Yes.
When I play,
90 Sight's really good because you're carrying around Terra's dead dad and Locke's dead girlfriend as power-ups.
Real fucking weird.
And then they die again in the ending.
Yeah. Boy, double bummer for you guys, huh?
Fuck.
It didn't occur to me as a kid.
Yup.
I was going to say, when I first played this and I got Lockback and he came with Phoenix, I just made him the healer the rest of the game. I was like, I'm going to subvert gender roles and make the guy the healer because it's funny to me.
Or you could do what I did and grind in the dinosaur forest for like an hour and a half and like make everybody a healer and everybody a Fire flinger. I had a really hard time with the last dungeon as a kid, so I was like, oh, it's the super hardest dungeon ever. I need to prep. I did not need to prep that much.
No.
I think
it's pretty easy.
I think what I actually had trouble with as a kid was beating the Fanatics Tower, and I grinded for that.
That part's really hard. Like, unless you just like want to go the real cheesy way about it and rasp and osmos all of his MP away, so like he will die of MP loss and won't be able to cast Ultima.
Yeah, I forgot about him casting Ultima.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, isn't it? Real bummer.
Half-hour dungeon and no save points.
Nope, not at all. It's so good.
He just kills you.
It's one of my favorite trolls ever. It's one of those times that I did not know about going in. I went in, I did that dungeon, got fucking obliterated by Ultima, and was just like, all right, game, okay, yeah, all right. You got me. I'll give that one to you. You can't get mad at that. You can't.
I mean, I did, but you can't get mad at that.
I could not get sour at that. I just couldn't. Mm-hmm.
I got sour when I did it again, and then I was like, I thought I beat him easily, but then I climbed to the top of the tower, and then he just beats me like before I kill him. Oh, I thought I was gonna be able to beat his Ultima just fine. But then he just killed me normally, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck this, I'm out. Fuck Mog, I don't need, just go fight Jeff. I don't care.
There's another good way to supplement that. Just cast Life 3, then cast Vanish on your party, and then cast Berserk on him.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's another one.
I think as a kid I tried, if you cast re-raise on everybody, and they all die, do they still get re-raised?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I tried that as a kid and it didn't work, so maybe I'm misremembering. God, that's a big troll moment.
Yeah, it's real fucking good though. I loved it.
Yeah,
I couldn't be mad. It's
the funniest fucking shit, especially with the game being mostly pretty easy. So having like this murderous troll dungeon is great. God.
Yeah, and the tower is so fucking. It's just a big tower. Like every screen is the same. It's just the enemies you fight getting there are a pain in the ass. You can't use physical attacks, so it's a pain in the ass.
You know what's great is I went into the second fight not being sure that Life 3 would work, and I'd be like, oh, I know, I'll just equip jump boots on Shadow. That way he can just jump the whole time, and then he'll be in the air when the Ultima happens. And then I got into the fight, and it was, oh, wait, you can only cast magic.
Yeah.
Can't save.
Nope.
God, that's a fun game. So yeah, having the open-ended Dragon Quest thing, but I'd had like a game that was pretty much as long as Final Fantasy IV before the World of Ruin. Like, because I beat Final Fantasy IV in 14 hours, with a big chunk of that being the last dungeon. So
remember when RPGs could be 14 hours and not 40?
Yeah. Remember when people wouldn't really bitch about it?
Yeah, before the internet.
God. So this one was 23, and Final Fantasy VII was 27. So they're all like, they're all still pretty tight by contemporary standards.
God, like game length.
Yeah,
one of the funniest dumb arguments I think I ever saw about game length once was a review that complained about Alien Hominid being only the length of 3 Neo Contras, and Neo Contra is an hour long. So it's just like,
oh my God.
It's a platformer that's 3 hours long, and you're not getting enough out of it? What the fuck, dude? And it's a $20 game. Come on.
Only the length of 3 Neo Contras. That's so dumb.
That was a very dumb and specific way to put that.
So did he give like Neo Contra like a 0?
I don't.
It's only an hour long.
I don't even.
It's only the length. It's only 3 Ikarugas long.
It's only 6 Tohos long.
God. Yeah, I think that's the dumbest argument about game length I ever saw in a review. Is 3 Neo Contras long. It's like, what? That's weirdly specific.
I just think when people are like, oh, RPGs have to be like 100 hours long now, it's like, I don't know.
And that's why, like, that's one of the main reasons I can't really get into Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that the fighting feels awful and isn't rewarding in any way.
I think, maybe, as an aside, have JRPGs just completely lost their way with battle systems? Like, they're so afraid of doing turn-based now, but, like, everything else they try kind of sucks.
I think that, like, a move away from turn-based comes from, like, not being able to really adequately do action-based battle systems back in the day. And now they have all of the tools to do it, but not a lot of games. Not a lot of games are that good at implementing them.
If they feel like 15, Final Fantasy 15s do.
Yeah.
Like, even that, I think, at some point, probably played more like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. It's very based on Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but it's, like, automated.
Yeah.
Like, you just hold attack. It's...
Yeah.
Lightning Returns are good fighting.
Lightning Returns has a good battle system. I like it. I like Tales of Berseria's battle system. I think it's really solid. Snappy.
Maybe some of the portable ones that I'm not really familiar with.
Yeah. But
I haven't played like any of the Bravely Defaults or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't played that. I think that's turn-based though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds the most like classic Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Also, all of the battle systems feel like in 6 and 7 just feel like they're kind of shadows of 4. Because the best,
like once they locked into that,
the best boss fights in 6 and 7 are both like rip-offs of the Mega Sisters.
Yeah, kind of.
And it's just like, all right, cool. Especially 7, like where most of the bosses are just all feel the same. So then they have the Turks doing the Mega Sisters thing, and it's like it completely sticks out because it's so distinct. God. There are a lot of clever ones in the world of... That was the thing in the World of Ruin, was like the bosses got good.
They did. They actually really did. Like really fun gimmicks. You had to kind of suss out weaknesses or bosses that would change their fucking weakness.
Mm-hmm. There's the one that possesses you, so the only way to win is to kill your own party members.
Yeah, that's real good.
That's real good. That they had an entire 2-hour dungeon side quest and a bunch of science stuff just behind you happening to go into the castle and sleep in the bed.
Yeah.
That is the trigger for that whole side quest.
Or the getting sucked in by the
Zone Eater?
The Zone Eater, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's real fucking good.
I remember the science one, you can save in there, but then if you can't beat the boss, you can't get out.
Yeah. You can get stuck there.
Almost getting stuck there as a kid because that boss.
And science one.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time with that boss, and then I realized I can't get out of here, can I?
Yeah, you can't. No. You cannot leave.
What if you did that super early and just?
Oh, you were boned.
Well,
like
the one thing with 6 is that you hold on to your experience points even when you
even when you die, you still do keep your
really?
experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
It is,
Yeah.
I think, the only Final Fantasy to do that.
Mm-hmm. So your AP doesn't stack, but your EXP does stack whenever you die. So if you could potentially grind.
Yeah, you could grind yourself enough levels to make it out and be okay.
So what you're saying is that
I game over it in
Final
Final Fantasy 15.
6's
I game over it in Final Fantasy 15 last night.
Oh God, I
That's
don't know how you did that.
I did it on purpose. And then I was just like, how far does it take me? Oh, this game does not have checkpoints. Oh. Yeah, it's real hard to die in that game, as I found out.
I'm not sure I ever did.
Yeah, I had a hard time trying to do it.
You just buy a bunch of items and just can use them forever.
That and just being at 0 hit points, there's nothing that really hurts you. You just stumble around. But it took me like 3 or 4 minutes to die, and then I was just like, how far did it put me back? I wonder. Oh, 20 minutes, you say? Huh.
Oof.
Okay,
Does he know?
Like, you're also talking about the Phoenix Tower being like half an hour long, like.
Yeah, but that's a particular. That's not the norm for Final Fantasy VI, I think. Plus, Final Fantasy VI's language is just so clear. Like, you know exactly how you fuck up when in an ATB game.
Yeah.
The last dungeon of Final Fantasy IV is so damn long, and then you have the whole final boss sequence.
Oh, yeah.
It is
rough.
You're going back like an hour. And I did as a kid.
Yeah, of course. I died over and over because I didn't think, I could just grind for a little bit and be fine. God. There's so much good about Final Fantasy VI. Kefka's really great.
Yeah.
That's another turn is like when the Empire, everything seems to be basically doing well, and the Empire's turn good, and everything's going to be great. And the Espers are all there, and everyone's making peace, and then you hear Kefka's laugh off screen.
Yeah.
And then everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's pristine. That's amazing. And then they have floating continent right after that.
Yeah.
The last dungeon's really good. Also, it's the only one where having more party members than you can fit in your party actually feels good to me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they actually all feel like they're contributing.
And then they all do contribute in the final battle if you die between phases.
Yeah, which I did. I lost Terra and Celis during that, so I had to have Realm.
That's
so
cool.
Realm was holding up at the end and wiped out Kefka. It was great.
Realm is a fantastic magic user.
Yep, I taught her. She was the third person I taught Ultima.
Nice.
Third and final.
Yeah, you don't need it on everybody. That spell's pretty fucking overpowered.
It's like giving everybody Luminaire, but more than that.
Yeah. It's just literally the ability to teach everybody Luminaire.
Yeah. I remember last time getting an item that let me cast spells for 1 MP, but I don't think I got that this time.
Yep. The Economizer, I believe.
All right. Where do you get that?
God, I don't even remember. Like, I would actually have to be playing in the World of Ruin. Like, I could tell you if you set them... Like, I have so much of that game ingrained in my memory, you could just put me somewhere and I could go to any side quest or any item, but I can't, I can't give you directions.
Carmichael says it's the Coliseum, which is what I was going to guess.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Jeez. Yeah, I didn't engage with the Coliseum this time besides getting Shadow back. God, Shadow. Shadow, you fuck.
He died for me. Weird.
He dies?
The gem box. You put the gem box up for the Economizer. That's right.
Which is the gem box?
The gem box lets you cast twice, I believe.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's what you get at the end of the Fanatics Tower, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh. Okay. Because I think I had that and the gem box when I first played it, so I had Terra Ultima double casting for 2 MP.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Everything. You can break the game, but it takes effort. Like, you have to train. You still have to teach Ultima, and it still takes some time.
Yeah,
like
it takes a while to get broken in that game. Unlike Final Fantasy V, where you can literally get broken once you're out of the tutorial areas.
Is it possible to have like 4 physical attacks in 6?
Yes, you can do it.
Yes.
You can double
I
that.
that.
You can double that. You can get 8.
You can get okay. Well, I think I had Celeste doing 4 physical attacks, doing around 9999.
Yeah, you
by
can
the
do
end.
like what I
Like-
would do for the Coliseum is I would just send Setzer in with what was it? It was the Genji glove and an offering. So he would
Yeah.
have 2 dice, and he would get 4 attacks. So he would get 8 rolls before an enemy could do anything, and he would always win.
God.
Fuck, that's funny.
Oh yeah, the sketch glitch. Yeah, if you save in the wrong place, if you save in the wrong place on the original card of Final Fantasy VI, you will have a corrupted save file, or if you sketch the wrong enemy, you will corrupt all the save files.
Is it just a normal enemy?
Yeah, it's a normal enemy, but I think it's
Jesus.
I can't remember where it's at. I think it might actually be where the dinosaurs are at, though.
Oh man. Because that's one of the places we're gonna hang out for a while, probably.
Yeah, that's definitely what. Yeah, or
That's
just
fine.
just vanish and doom everything. Don't worry about it. That
I
doesn't.
finally ran into. I literally like thought, man, I haven't run into Death Gaze once.
Oh,
This whole
wow.
game, weird. And then I grinded for a bit, and then was like, all right, I'm ready to go take on Kefka's Tower. Hopped up, immediately ran into Death Gaze, and he killed 2 of my people with the level 5 death. I was like, oh.
You piece of garbage.
I had kept an eye on my levels like every time I went on the ship for the whole game, except right then.
Oh Jesus!
When I ran into him.
It's like perfect timing. It's so perfect.
Yeah. A couple of other observations. I like how Kefka is basically like the same. Thematically, it's sort of the same villain as 4 and 5 and probably 3 and whatnot.
Yeah.
But as just a person, he's just a shitty dude.
Yeah, just like a shitty human being. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's
Yeah.
a lack of pretense there. I really like. He's just this shitty dude,
Yeah.
and he ruined everything for everyone because he's
And he did it
So
just to do
wretched.
it. Just to fucking
just
do
to
it.
do it. Yeah.
I think you said something a couple episodes ago about like Final Fantasy villains are like the embodiment of like nihilism, basically. And I was like, yep, that's Kefka.
That's very
Yeah.
much Kafka.
Yeah, so in the cool thing with 6 was that it ultimately felt like an encapsulation of the same kind of stories that had come before, but with all these extra nuances. I really loved that. I also wanted to just compare 6 and 7 because I think that's funny.
Yeah,
And
there's
Yeah.
a lot of comparisons to be made there.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so.
I think it's extremely fair and correct to say like 7 has smarter and more interesting characters, like smarter writing and more interesting characters. But also 7 has like 3 times as much writing.
Yeah.
So I think the standards for that you would hold up 6 up to are really different. And I think it really succeeds on its own terms, which are having characters that are defined in smaller gestures and leaving more stuff implied, and characters that are defined without a whole lot of dialogue and exposition. Just like Setzer has this little 3-minute flashback when you get the airship, and then he is this fleshed out person for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like it's economical.
Yeah,
I like the
that's-
point you made about Setzer's story and his lady friend too, about how it wasn't this big melodramatic thing going back there and getting that airship. It wasn't him being just so sad or anything like that. It was just like him literally just being like, man, she was so fucking cool. Like, I really like that about him. Like, that was really good. That was really good because you usually get sappy ass love stories like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Setzer himself is already like extremely cool.
Yeah.
Like, so when he said that this person, when he admired this person, and then we see those little glimpses of Daryl, like, I just bought it completely, and then I cared about Daryl, and then I cared more about Setzer, and it's like these little things that just add to so much, especially with Shadow. Like, I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing that Pat talked about incessantly. So it's kind of was on my brain a lot. But it was cool to have this shitty guy who you really want to save, who just doesn't let you save him.
Yeah.
Like, that's sad and very real.
Yeah.
Like, right up, you can save him right up until the end, but then he cannot take that last step for himself to move forward. Ugh.
It's a real good moment. They could have gone completely the opposite direction with it, but I admire them for not.
I agree. He was I wound up grinding him like 6 levels with Valagarmonda equipped, so he wound up being like one of my best magic users because that's the +2 Esper. Magic Esper.
Man, what you do is you get a bunch of ninja stars and you give him an Esper that gives you a shit ton of strength and you fucking one-shot everything with throw.
I still threw for most of the dungeons, so he was dealing like 6,000 or so a piece.
That's not 9,999.
That's not 999. You're right. For level 44, you should be like 9999ing.
Yeah, everything.
Mm-hmm. So I think my general like narrative with 6 and 7 is that I think I like both of them about the same. I think 7 is smarter and has higher highs probably.
Yeah.
For me, but I think 6 is just way more tightly constructed and just a way more like well put together story. Like just that they deliver on the turn with the world being destroyed so well, like, and tying that. Mm-hmm. And then building back up to that final confrontation versus like 7, where you basically have 2 separate conflicts, one with Shinra and one with Sephi for the whole game.
Yeah.
And it feels really stilted, even though both conflicts themselves are excellent, which is why it still basically works.
Yeah.
But it feels awkward. So, I love both of those games. I love Final Fantasy. I think that's everything that was on my mind.
I think Final Fantasy is still just, a generally good thing, despite the fact that people say that it's not these days. It's just like, well, I mean, just because you did not like 13 does not mean that Final Fantasy was not this universally good thing that most people kind of agree is still pretty great.
Yep.
I don't know if you're subtweeting yourself right now about 15 or not.
I think probably subtweeting Pat. I think we just said subtweet to say.
I know, but like,
I think that was
Polly's like, some people out there don't like the newer Final Fantasies. I'm like, what the fuck? She's talking about herself.
Final Fantasy 15 sucks.
Oh.
You like Chapter 1, you like those boys and the dialogue and the camaraderie.
It was good for a while. Yeah. And then, like, it's a game that the more I think about, the more I get pissed off about because it's still not finished.
Yeah.
It's not a finished game.
I wish that and I still don't feel like the camaraderie with the boys is as well delivered on in the climax as it maybe could have been, so...
Don't worry, and Carmichael's got a point.
Climax now,
I kind of want to play Final Fantasy 14 more than I do 15.
I will never touch that game because Final Fantasy 11 sucks so much shit.
Like, I know 14 is good. It's a matter of, one, having time to be able to devote to it. And just be like, oh, well, everybody's level awesome and I'm not. This sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I might jump in Final Fantasy 11 forever.
Yeah,
I mean, if you jump in with that, if we get some more Sox people in that, I might jump in. Like, people who are jumping in now, like...
Yeah, I know After 5 is jumping in, and he seems to be having himself a good time, so...
An insane time investment, says Listen and Garden.
Oh, boy.
Well, it doesn't... nothing has to be an insane time investment if you just play it until you're bored.
Or play it on your own terms. Play it with your own set of goals in mind.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to get through all the normal stuff, like Sayori's saying. Like, I can just play the game and have a good time. Like I did with Phantasy. I feel like I got a good chunk of Phantasy Star Online in like 15 hours. Like, that was a really nice memory.
I beat the roll and put it down.
Yeah.
Probably didn't even beat the roll.
I don't think John saw past the forest in 15 hours.
No, I beat that one. Y'all like fought me through it though.
Yeah, I think we did.
I was like, oh wait, was that the final boss? Yep. Oh, all right.
It was like the first online game on consoles. Like, it's only 4 stages.
Yeah, like it's a game that was like let's not put a lot of things in here that the connection needs to be dependent on or the system has to update regularly a lot. Yeah. Let's keep things real simple, and then they still made a damn good game out of it.
God, that's great. And the music's amazing.
Yes. Oh, God, yes. Phantasy Star Online is Sockscast approved, in case you didn't fucking know.
Yeah, it actually is. I played it, too.
Yeah.
God, I felt so warm playing 6 that I asked everyone basically for a list of RPGs that they found themselves returning to a lot and really liked, and I made a Google Doc of it.
I haven't done that yet. I'm going to, but I haven't done that yet.
Kick ass. I really like RPGs a lot. It's really nice. It's nice swapping between shmups and RPGs. Like they fill in each other's gaps perfectly.
Yeah. Speaking of RPGs, you are closing in on the end of Trails in the Sky first chapter, are you not?
I am.
Are you still enamored with that world, characters, and battle system and stuff?
I think everything about Trails in the Sky is completely perfect, except for how it's a little bit boring.
Well, first chapter is a little boring, I will admit.
Yeah.
It's got some slow parts, but I think it's also got...
It still has some good parts.
A lot of great stuff to it.
Oh, no, you're really unselling me here.
No, the thing about Trails in the Sky is that the thing that makes it so magical is also the thing that makes it kind of boring starting out. Or at least, just the 20 hours I played. And that's that you're not playing as the heroes of a JRPG.
Yeah, you are playing as children going out and on a journey toward adulthood.
Yeah, and there is a JRPG, but it's happening in the background, hundreds of miles away.
Yeah, you are not involved in that JRPG yet.
Exactly.
And yes, like Shiori is pointing out, that yes, the school part. The school festival is amazing.
It's super cute.
It's
all endearing.
Yeah. Everything about that world and characters are just endlessly endearing.
Mm-hmm.
Estelle is still best protagonist.
She has a big stick.
I love all of them. I love all the characters. It's just this thing where we made our VN where the main characters stab each other within 5 minutes.
Yes.
We kind of some melodrama, some big immediate conflict.
Yeah.
And Trails isn't that.
No.
It is chill.
It has a lot of chill to it.
It's the opposite of Final Fantasy in a lot of ways, which also makes it a really nice alternate flavor. But so it's I'm conscious of the ways that it's kind of boring me, but also conscious of all the things that make it really special. Yeah. So I hope that I just hope that it ends with kind of it has a nice little wrap up that gets me excited to play Trails 2.
I think you'll be very excited.
Because I'm still on board. It's just, it is a long time to go without setting up big conflicts.
Yeah, right. Me. Yeah. And we got to get Chelsea. We got to finish this Chelsea deal. She's the one that made it after all. Yes, if John or Rhett finish Trails in the Sky first chapter, Chelsea...
She really messed up.
Chelsea has to play Undertale.
God, the stuff that happens 30 minutes into Undertale. Slightly different from Trails.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So it's this big, long... It's the first chapter of a first book of a fantasy series that is very slow, and that's cool. Yeah. And I think I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Just so long as I end the game excited to eventually play second chapter. That is what I want. And I think it's probably going to deliver on that.
Why does Chelsea have to be coerced into playing Undertale? Because Chelsea's a butt about things.
It is someone said the other day, why do we keep calling Ocarina of Time the best game of all time? And I'm we don't. Nope. It's not anymore.
Nope.
Undertale is.
Undertale.
It's Undertale.
Ocarina is no longer the best game of all time. Also, the thing with Trails is that I've spread it out over 6 fucking months, which is bizarre for me. I am ready to be done with it, so I can just. I want to get back to the one game at a time lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a good lifestyle. It's a good ass lifestyle.
It feels good. It feels spiritually like freeing to be like.
I feel like I'm connecting to games more since I don't have other things in the background waiting, yelling at me to play them. Like I'm giving every game I play an opportunity to just be like, hey, marinate with me for a while. Let's hang. Let's bro out. Let's shoot the shit for a while. Just me and you on a me and you level.
Which makes it sad that you're bouncing off of everything lately.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Is that a segue?
I don't remember what the last thing for Polly is.
Let him have a segue. Yeah, it's a segue, right?
Yeah, but it's yours.
It's my segue, though, yeah. So, I played highly acclaimed game from last year. Made tons of end-of-the-year lists.
It's very highly acclaimed.
I don't know yet.
I made a lot of Sockscast lists. If I'm remembering correctly, I know a lot of people in chat definitely seemed to like it. One of our friends has put well over 100+ hours into it.
Is it?
Yeah, I played the very visually and audio package, just stunning. Just crazy with its presentation. So what an amazing piece of artwork.
I still don't know.
So I played through Cuphead.
Oh,
I played through Cuphead.
No wonder I had no idea.
Played that Cuphead game. I did.
Cuphead.
I played through Cuphead. Yeah. So I don't know how you couldn't know at this point. It's a side scroller with a very unique aesthetic of appearing and sounding like it was animated. Yeah, old racist cartoons. Yes, that's a very good way to put it.
20s and 30s cartoons without the racism, like the perfect world.
I heard some people arguing not fully arguing to that.
There may be a couple of questionable things here and there. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's just like, here's our platformer game with a unique aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an opinion. I got an opinion about it that's probably going to end up maybe making some people, I don't know. Look, Cuphead is bad. It's not very good.
Oh boy!
I don't know why people think this game's good. Because it is a very bad definition of an action platformer that should be difficult, and it is a game that is difficult for all the wrong reasons. It's not even that difficult. In fact, I beat it in 5.5 hours. I had to retry bosses a very minimal amount of times. It wasn't that hard.
What is that?
I don't know why I'm doing that accent. I really don't.
You sound so reticent to say you didn't like it, when for me I was like, this game came out and then like a couple devs who I kind of trust with action game stuff played it and got like really furious with it, and
so
hit boxes and shit.
The design,
and I was like, oh, okay.
All of this game's boss design is terrible. Like from nearly top to bottom.
Because it is kind of a boss rush game, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of all bosses. All bosses.
Yeah, it's all bosses, and the boss design is terrible.
Oops, bad bosses.
Oops, bad bosses. Oops, bad hitboxes. Oops, terrible attacks. Like, it's just... Okay, every boss in Cuphead has the same kind of progression, where the fight will start, and the boss is doing very simple, easy to read, easy to dodge things. And then the boss will move on to another phase, where it will add something to this equation, usually in the form of fucking adding normal enemies, just adds, just all over the place, that are spawned at indeterminate amount of times.
Pop-up ads?
Yeah, they're pop-up ads. And boss battles keep building and building and building like this with absolutely zero regard for whether any of this shit actually works together. Like, nothing is actually timed out in the ways that something like Gunstar Heroes, where many bosses have many attack patterns like this, but they're all timed out very well so that every attack works with each other. Every attack works with one another. Whereas Cuphead, it just spams shit. It's just like, here's some projectiles and here's a parry system we halfway thought out.
The parry system is so dumb.
It doesn't...
The parry system is dumb because, like, so you can reflect, or not even, you don't even reflect back, but you can become immune to pink attacks. But the way they use it is like an enemy will do a bullet, a bullet, a bullet, a pink bullet. And they use that so often where it's like the fourth one is always pink.
Yeah, it's just always predictable.
Yeah, or it's always like an attack. The boss will do an attack that has like a 40% chance to be pink. So you can't even like reliably predict it. And that's like the only two ways they ever use it besides one part at the end that I actually like.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and it's just like nothing ever, like, I feel that, like, okay, like the first island, it starts out decent. Like, it's okay. It's where you're not getting so much of the random number generator fucking you over. But once you hit Island 2's bosses, like, it's just RNG gets shot through the fucking roof. It's just like, you never know what an enemy's going to do. They don't have very good tells, despite the fact that these enemies are very well animated. And even if you can dodge, there are so many points in that game that the game just creates undodgeable situations. Mm-hmm. There's a dragon boss in particular. It is. There are so many points in that battle where damage can become unavoidable that it's just like, how did that fucking get through? Because there's just no way to dodge so much of the shit that part of the game is throwing at you. Or when you get to like the later points in that fight where it's just like, okay, there's no ground now, good. Oh, the clouds aren't there for me to jump on. Okay, that was fair.
Specifically in that one, it's the flames jumping up that just have such shitty angles and like a split-second tell of them winding up the jump.
Yeah, like the tell is so hard to catch. Especially because you have to be watching everything else because you're constantly being pulled forward.
Yeah.
And like the
Poncho says in the chat, all the attacks do work together to fuck you up.
Yeah.
But like, that's not
like, that's not
when you're making a video game.
Like, that's
when you're
not
making
difficulty.
a video game. Yeah. When you're making a game, you can't like you're not designing to fuck up the player.
Yeah.
Because that's very easy to do.
Yes.
You want to make them think that they're trying to fuck you up. And that's different.
Yeah. It's like, you people watch wrestling. I know there's a lot of you wrestlers out there. You make it look real, but it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And Cuphead fails on this level, like, at every fucking turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you mentioned there's one boss on the third island that kind of looks like Bluto from Popeye?
Yeah.
And you're like, why is he an Island 3 boss?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of easy?
Yeah.
But I like that one because it's like the only boss that is intentionally built entirely around
a pattern.
Yeah. But like also like that it escalates where it's like he'll do this thing like every 10 seconds and then you have to worry about the barrel that drops down, but it's super slow so you will see it coming. Like it has like 4 attacks that are all just kind of popping off on timed intervals, but they work together in that one fight.
Yeah.
Whereas in like the Candy House fight,
oh
like,
my
just
god,
throw shit out, and you're just not like you'll have an enemy running around that you have to jump over, but then there's a thing on the ground and this platform is moving back and forth, and like it doesn't time out right.
Oh, and she's up there shooting a shotgun at you.
Yeah, and the shotgun, like these attacks don't.
Nothing works. Nothing feels like it. It never comes together to feel like a satisfying boss fight. I never felt any amount of satisfaction finishing a boss in this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, okay, I banged my head against it enough and the RNG lined up. I was never frustrated at any point. I was never like, this is real challenging. I want to really like watch these patterns and, like figure it out. It's because that's not what Cuphead is. It is a game that is not designed with any kind of it doesn't feel like it was designed with any knowledge of how to make a difficult action platformer like this. It doesn't feel like it learned anything. Like if the designers of those the designers of that game played anything like Gunstar Heroes, Contra Hardcore, Alien Soldier, anything like that, then they would have learned that like attack patterns, like Red said, or like John said, they're not made to fuck you over. They're made to be learned. And you can't learn anything from Cuphead's madness because it's just constant random shit happening.
Throw in Hunter's Relic of the Stars for other good bosses.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, I think that Hunters qualifies as that. Like,
so yeah.
Go play Rhett's games. like that is what difficult platformer bosses should feel like.
So can I speak about this game now? I think you've said kind of
absolutely.
Your whole piece.
Go right ahead.
Uh-huh.
So I've been very quiet about this game. Like I played it a couple months ago and was like, that was kind of disappointing. But I didn't want like Polly to be all sad about it when she played it, so I didn't say anything. And then she basically came to the same realization I did. But I have more problems that she hasn't ever mentioned.
Oh, really?
My biggest issue with this game is like the entire concept of it being bosses on a map.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Because it's just segmented.
Yeah, there's no flow to it at all.
There's no flow at all. That was like my biggest actual
Hardcore
issue.
was so good at that.
Yeah.
Even doing a boss rush game and still having that flow.
Any of them. Or Hunters, you know.
Yeah. Or Hunters, yeah.
Also the run and gun levels are bad.
Yeah. I don't mind them as much as the bosses. I think the ones in the third island get a bit absurd.
Yeah, they get way too absurd in the third island.
Yeah. The second island has some pretty okay gimmicks. The first island is just like super basic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was disappointed when I found out like there's only 6 running gun stages when it's like, oh, didn't you delay the game a while to add those? And then I guess they had more and they cut them because they wanted it to be like just the best content that they'd made.
Wow. Wow.
I think the thing about Cuphead is that the jump feels really bad.
Oh, God, yeah. The weapons are unsatisfying.
Yeah, and then there's no punch to any of the weapons. Like, I get that they're kind of going... They obviously have to lean super hard into that.
That cute, like, it's style. A finger gun, I get it. But you can still be absurd with that.
But, like, there's no impact, like, especially the charge gun.
Oh my God, like, it's so wimpy!
You charge it up and it, like, goes click.
Yeah.
It's, like, ridiculous. And then you shoot this big fireball and it's just like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
it's, like, not fun to use at all. Like, I get that the finger gun would be hard no matter what because it's just holding down a button. Yeah. But the charge feeling bad is inexcusable. So, like, none of the weapons feel good. There's no flow because you're just doing bosses on a map and then going to the next one, just walking over leisurely. Like, there's no tension because if you lose a boss, it's not like you're losing progress. Like in Contra, you're going to have to go to the checkpoint, and if you run out of continues, you have to start the whole game over. Like, again, my issue with Cuphead was to make it way harder. Because, and I think that kind of cuts to me and Polly's big problem with this is that we cut our teeth on this genre long ago, and we have different expectations for a hard running gun game. So it's funny to me just watching people like who haven't played Contra, you know, ever basically,
or they haven't played Contra in 20 plus years and they think that this is what Contra looks and feels like.
But then they're losing to like the first 2 bosses and like getting super frustrated, just like the super basic shit. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
On
that's why I don't feel like I'm wrong in any way about this, is because this is a genre I am very good at. I don't have any qualms saying that. And I can fucking prove that I am if it's needed. I've helped Rhett design bosses in his games before. I think I have a good idea of what boss design and good boss design is from my experience playing these games, as well as having had a say in what bosses have appeared in some of Rhett's content, even though my bosses are the most hated.
By yourself.
By
you
me.
humans.
By me.
There's one of these. The fugitive boss is one of the final boss is one of these, right? Just that patterny Mega Man thing.
Yeah.
Cool. I made one.
You made a good boss.
That's a.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a Cuphead boss.
No.
The other thing is like Cuphead. I think it's so difficult because it's so fast, but it's fast in a way that feels unfair when it's also combined with like kind of random projectiles and ads.
Yeah, it's just random shit happening way too fast. Your eyes can't track all of that.
Because like, if you look at the pace of Hunters, like it's way slower, and because you have time to react. But then the jump is also way slower. Like you are committing to a jump. Where in Cuphead, the jump is like half a second or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I looked at the Blazing Chrome trailer, and you can tell the pace of that is just way slower compared to Cuphead, where Cuphead is so fast to a massive detriment. I think, because like when you get hit in that game, a lot of the time it's like, what hit me?
Yeah, what hit me? Or sometimes you don't even notice that you got hit.
Yeah,
because it's just you barely hear that you got hit. Like when you get hit, like there's not a lot of like it's not indicated well. That way I could at least like look to that part of the screen and be like, okay, that thing hit me. It's just like you kind of just phase in and out for a little bit, and it's like you got to make all bits of hit stun important. Not only to enemies is like having a good amount of hit stun important. It has to be important so that the player knows that there was a fuck up somewhere and that their eyes need to be fixated on that area for the split second to know what hit them.
Like I get why the bosses couldn't have hit stun because you're just using a rapid fire thing and like all the animation is key in that.
Yeah.
But the player could probably have a bit of it could pause for a few seconds when you get hit just to give you a micro breather.
Yeah, because there are a lot of times in that game where you can just get juggled for damage because
and that.
Yeah, like that is real shitty.
The other thing I've noticed about Cuphead is that they clearly have a very definite timer of like, let's make all these bosses 2 minutes long.
Yeah, it's definitely timed out and not damage based.
Not even I think the damage is just consistent but I think that was their goal design wise, is like, let's have these be about 2 minutes long. And if you like get right in the face with the spread gun, you can do it in like a minute 40 or something. Yeah. But I think 2 minutes was always kind of their design. And like even the platforming stages, like if you just kind of go right, they're about 2 minutes long. There's 2 bosses in the game, the last 2, that go over 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
So that's again why I'm like, why is this so hard for people? You're committing 2 minutes at maximum for these bosses.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not a hard game. It's just one where if you have enough perseverance, you're going to win because it's just a matter of at some point the projectiles, the attacks, they're all going to line up, and if you know what you're doing enough, you're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people who don't have any experience in this genre like find it impossible because this probably isn't a good learning game because of issues with it.
Yeah.
Where hits will just come out of nowhere and it's just too fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
One thought. Yeah. Like when you play Super C and then you get good enough to like beat Super C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The leap from being good enough to beat the game, just vanilla game, and then being able to beat it in 1 credit and then being able to beat it in 1 life.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't like that much.
No.
It sounds like the leap from beating this game to beating it without taking a hit, without dying, would be impossible. It would just be...
Didn't the Mexican runner attempt to do no-hit...
So he did. I told you about this a while ago, where like he got to King Dice in a couple hours,
mm-hmm.
and then he was being stupidly stubborn. His version of this run, where he was using like pea shooter only, playing on the harder difficulty expert, and trying to do every boss without getting hit. He also insisted on doing all 9 phases of King Dice.
Oh God!
For no real reason at all. So he wanted to do all phases in 1 life, and it took like 8 hours.
Oh my God!
Oh, okay. So he was doing each boss individually, so not the whole game.
Well, there's no mode to like have.
There's no arcade version.
Yeah, there's no arcade mode. Like, I would love that, honestly.
Because it wouldn't support that. It's not good. It's not like solid enough to support that kind of high level play.
No.
Right.
I mean, there are speedrunners. I'm like, I think if you get really good at like knowing the timing of a lot of the random bullshit, you probably could, because like people do speedrun it. But I think
people see through RNG all the time in speedrunning. It's not an unheard of
insurmountable.
skill. Yeah.
But yeah, I think an arcade mode I would have really appreciated that, even if to the regular person they would have been like, that's even harder. Why would you do that? If it was just like, hey, here's 3 lives with 3 hits each, like that would be interesting to me to see if I can.
Then there's something like tension to it.
Yeah, tension, stakes, anything.
Yeah. Like it would
that's what it was lacking for me. Like
that would have at least made me feel more invested.
Yeah. But then, some of the hits on the bosses just feel so unfair for a mode like that, because it's very chaotic.
And the hitbox on those King Dice cards are bullshit. Where you have to parry over them. It's so wrong. That hitbox is not correct.
I hear a lot of the hitboxes are pretty bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so weird that this became like another lightning bolt for everyone going on and on about difficulty in games.
I understand, though, because we can't really understate how pretty this game is.
Yeah.
Like, it's insanely good looking. And there's, like, shmup levels that use, like...
Overstate. Sorry.
There's a shmup level, like, that uses, like, a physical prop as the background. Like the pyramid. You know which one I'm talking about, Pauly?
Yep.
Like, it's amazing looking. Like, it looks like old, like, 30s footage and stuff.
Like, it's I understand so incredibly good looking.
Yeah, it's so incredibly good looking.
Like the animation, like, and the number of phases that bosses go into physically, like that you see them go through, the changes that they have over the course, like it's fucking incredible. I will not short sell this game in any way on that regard. Yeah.
When I first saw Hildeberg transform into the huge moon, like I was like, "Holy shit!" Did not see that coming.
Yeah, that's it, and the changes are insane.
So, like, because of all that, this game attracted an audience that doesn't play run and gun shooters, which is why people are like, "Oh my god, this is so hard."
Yeah.
Even though as we've gone over, it's hard for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Which then led to it should be easier so that we can see all the content, which I kind of get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
weird.
I don't get it. I don't get the love for this game. I know why. Obviously,
we do get it though. It's very pretty.
It's just, man, y'all go play some good ones, please. Please go play Gunstar Heroes. Like,
it's really basically that, where it's like, it was just good enough as a run gun for people to put up with.
Yeah.
It's not touching the greats or Hunter's Cough Cough.
Yeah. Like, I think Hunter's is great, though.
I will say, I'm also super fucking biased about, like, the difficulty in the game when I designed my own similar game over the course of 3 years. Like, I am good at picking up patterns real quickly on these bosses.
Yeah. It's like there was nothing any boss in this game did that I didn't understand immediately. It's just when it starts throwing things at you that don't work together, and it's just like, there's no cohesive pattern here. There's nothing that makes it feel good to like, and that's the thing, a good game like this, when you are good and successful at it, it feels good to be.
I will say, when Queen Bee goes to the bottom of the screen for her last phase.
Oh, fuck that bullshit. Fuck that.
And then just swipes half the screen with a saw blade. I was like, what the fuck? Seriously?
Like, that is so fucking, like, that is one of the worst bosses in the game, if not the worst.
And then she's
how's the Medusa fight?
That was pretty good. The
that was all right.
Cool. Because she's my favorite. She is my favorite.
Obviously.
Yes.
I think in general the shmup bosses are probably better. They seem more figured out in pace, because they're not as fast, basically.
Yeah, they're like, if you consider the pace of those to any normal fight in that game, they are much slower.
Yeah. Even though the parries in them are still super dumb.
Oh god, it's real stupid, yeah.
You can still parry with your ship.
Yep. Which, that's absurd, and I like it, but just kind of like how it's just like, oh, it's just random bullets are
Yeah.
parryable now. Okay, video game.
So
Yeah,
Poor Poncho's over here, like just kind of responding and defending, and it's nice.
it's
We-
nice.
we
We
appreciate it too,
appreciate.
Poncho.
Yeah, we appreciate the
You are
conversation.
valid.
You're valid.
You are valid, Poncho.
Like, hey, if you like it, awesome.
Yeah.
But I would also say that if you like it and you haven't played a Contra Hardcore and you haven't played a Gunstar Heroes and you haven't played Hunter's Relic of Stars,
Hardcore Uprising.
or Hardcore Uprising,
God, that game's
which
fun.
has a useful parry because you can actually, and it's actually like drilled into one of the bosses, and that you have to parry the bullets back.
Yeah.
But
Taylor linked a wrestling video where some guy definitely really breaks somebody's finger on the screen. That
God.
has to be. It looked really scary and real, and I think it was about the point of wrestling making things look real. So Taylor, please tell me it was fake so I can sleep.
But yeah, like I also agree with Taylor. Long story short, also play Hollow Knight instead of Cuphead. I mean, even though there are two very different things,
Yeah.
you're getting way more value out of Hollow Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it has better bosses.
Way better bosses.
On top of everything, it has
Yeah,
good bosses.
on top
And
of
bugs.
everything. Yeah, and it's got bugs, and
They're
not the
all
good,
bugs.
the good kind of bugs that you want in a video game.
He slaps his own ribs with his elbows. That's
Oh.
wild. That was
Okay.
good.
I don't
acting.
even know what the fuck you people are talking about.
Well, I'm
That's
keeping
the-
up with the chat.
But anyway, that's kind of my final thoughts on Cuphead. What about y'all?
Yeah.
I probably won't play it.
You're not
I don't-
missing anything. But
I don't hate it, but I was profoundly let down.
I think that I have kind of like a hatred of it, honestly.
Jeez. You just hate everything lately. I feel bad.
I like ever since
Maybe-
Hollow Knight, like I can't play video games anymore.
God, I'm so glad that landed for you because that was obviously the one I was most invested in, unlike John, who doesn't care if you like Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
I
thinking,
don't care if Polly has a good time.
I got no horse in this race.
maybe you should play Trails of Cold Steel because that seems like a safe bet.
Well, that or Ys 8, because I know that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Final Fantasy 15 doesn't end up landing for me, I'm either going to jump to Cold Steel or Ys 8. So
Yeah.
that'll probably be... We'll get the epilogue of that next time we're able to get together and do one of these.
So you are going to give Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I'm
a
going to
few
give it
more-
another shot. I'm gonna try out wait mode, see
Yeah.
how that goes, and we'll go
Yeah,
from
I
there.
guess getting physically ill, like,
That's not
doesn't
a good
matter
thing.
how good the game is at that point. You can't play it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's why like I can't watch After 5 stream Dissidia NT is because that game's camera is all over the fucking place in a very similar manner, and it makes me ill. I have to duck out of his streams when he's playing it. So
Yeah. I look at streams of that, at videos of that game, and I'm just like, oh, kind of like Red said, like, are all RPGs battle systems just bad right now?
Oh, that reminds me of one thing about Final Fantasy 15 that I did appreciate, though, is that it's not 100 hours long. Like, you can get through the main story.
I wanted to mention that too.
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to
I
fast
think in,
track
like,
the main
25 hours.
story. I just want to fast track the main story. I want nothing to do with that game's open world at all.
I think it can be done in 20-25 hours. That's good.
I will
That is
pay
cool.
Ignis to drop my ass everywhere too.
I like
like
letting
the
him
drive.
drive and then just putting on the music.
I can still put on the music when he's driving.
I know.
I listened.
That's what I said. I let him drive and just put on the music, and I just look at the game for a few minutes while chilling out.
I have all of Final Fantasy 13 soundtrack going.
Oh,
That one makes people mad. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Final Fantasy 13's got
I'm
a
probably
great
gonna.
soundtrack.
I think I'm probably just gonna drop Trails and just go start replaying Final Fantasy 5.
I'm not.
if you
I'm not.
finish it,
I'm not nepping internally right now.
Wait, what's that? I thought Nep meant excited.
You said you were going to drop Trails.
Oh, so you're being literal. I am not nepping internally at that.
No, neps internally is being angry.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought nep was exciting.
No,
Was excited.
no.
Nep the verb.
When Neptune neps internally, she's very angry.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
There's the lore. There's some hot lore for you.
Cool.
Hey, if I could
That was a
listen to
good
Death Grips while I
podcast.
drive the Final Fantasy 15 car, that would be the best.
I like Frank was like, "Oh, I liked open world," and I'm like, "Yeah, I liked it. It gave me time to chill out in between like the big story missions, and that was what I appreciated the most about Final Fantasy 15 in a lot of ways was its chill beats. So, and then Nier Automata gave me that like only way better.
Way better, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Polly, though, you don't like open world games when they give you a billion icons and shit to do.
You want me to play The Witcher 3.
And then you don't like open world games where there's nothing there, like Final Fantasy 15.
That's kind of I thought of that too. Like, I mean, it's
No, I
empty.
get
That's, like,
it.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't like anything even resembling an open world.
I mean, I never really thought of Nier as an open world, so yeah.
Nah, I didn't really either. It's just kind of like...
It's levels.
Yeah, it's levels,
It's like-
and it's a set piece in and of
The
itself.
open world missions in Nier are basically like the ones in Trails. Like they're a way to chill out for a
Yeah.
bit before you head to the meteor stuff.
Yeah,
And no, I love Witcher 3, but I understand that that's not your type of game.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I look
Now,
longingly...
Yakuza 0, you should both play.
I look longingly at The Witcher 3 because I was like, I know I would want to like you, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Oh, it's me and all Western RPGs.
Yeah. But yeah, Yakuza, like, those aren't really open worlds.
Mm-hmm.
There
Again,
are open
it's a
world
small-
elements.
Yeah, it's a small city block, basically.
Yeah.
It's Shenmue. It's the Shenmue genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what Poncho said is there is no satisfying me. I don't fucking like anything.
Tell that to Rat.
Yeah, well, Rhett knows a thing or two about satisfying me, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I told her to play Hollow Knight.
Ooh.
That's what you guys mean, right?
Yeah, totally. So, does that look like about everything that we want to talk to or
Yes.
talk about in the last couple weeks?
Yep.
For only 2 weeks between episodes, I knew this was going to be a big one, but geez.
Well, we usually did. We used to always do. So it's about where
Yeah.
we're at about where we would be. So
we let it all hang out this app. I feel like we kind of just
yeah.
let ourselves walk around take the tangents,
take the scenic
luxuriate in the
route.
topics.
Take the scenic
After
route.
kind of racing the last ones a bit, which also felt good. But
Yeah,
you
it was
know,
also fine.
Fascinating.
There's arguments to be made for brisk, and there's arguments to be made for what we normally do. So it just kind of depends
happy.
on time frame, what we've all done, and how we can all fit it together. So
Yeah.
there's no planning to this. Literally, we don't even do a format anymore.
It works, though.
Yeah, it works way better, it turns out.
Mhm.
So with that out of the way, and the episode winding down, I want to remind everybody once more, in case you're just getting here, or you zoned out the first time from our brilliant banter, I want y'all to hop over to patreon.com/avictimofstarsgames. We're going to be landing on a page to support hot new visual novel currently in production by a very good friend of ours who helped with some of our visual novel woes on her lullaby, in fact. We were having some interface issues, and our dear friend Shiori pulled us out of the fire there. So it was all good. So go over there, patreon.com/avictimofstarsgames. Give them a look. And if you like what you see, throw some bones their way. It'll be awesome. It's going to be a good time. How are you not going to want to throw money at a game that's going to be looking that good? That's all I got to say. But yeah. So go do that. And John Thayer, where can we find you?
farawaytimes.com on CD-ROM.
On CD-ROM now, yes. Rhett, where are we finding you?
A3.tumblr.com.
And you can find me on my dumb website. I mean, again, that's how you always find this, I think. Anyway, we got you next time. And remember, we're the podcast that loves you. We're the only ones that love you. Well, that's another fine episode in the can, folks.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe you said you hated Cuphead.
What?
Oh my
I
God.
yeah, I kind of hate Cuphead.
You've soured on it more since... I talked to you
Like,
earlier.
the more that I think about how badly designed that game is and how much praise it gets, just makes me fucking mad. Oh, we're still live, by the way, so this is just kind of like this is just kind of like the post game, so to speak.
This sounds a little bit like me with Breath of the Wild, kind of like, the more you stew on it.
Y'all let popular opinion color you a bit too much, I think.
How am I letting
You're almost certainly right.
I'm not letting it color me.
Actually,
it's
not
just
even
like
Polly, but especially John, I think,
Yeah.
is always like, well, my Twitter feed said this.
yeah, like I'm not the person that's always saying my people that are literally from another planet that I converse with. They have this opinion about a game, and boy, does it ever stink like shit.
Yeah, it does. So,
But I want to
I think
thank.
right is right, and I'm working on that.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I haven't heard you bring up Alien World in a few episodes. That's what I call
What's
that.
Alien World?
Alien World is that weird version of Twitter you hang out on where people have the awful opinions.
Oh.
But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of everybody's hair. I want to thank everybody for coming around and spending their Sunday night with us. It was a good time. We hope you had a good time. Again, go out there, support our friends' game, and we will catch you again live the next time we do one of these, because recording them live is way more fun.
Yeah.
Yep. I liked having the chat on.
All right.
Poor Poncho getting sadder.
Good night, everybody.